Last time on Square Roots, Jade gets a boost from the Mama Go garage, participates in some street races, and breaks into secure government facilities. Later, we learn that Paige has been taken to the moon. Talk about your pigs in space!
And welcome to Square Roots, the classic RPG podcast. My name is Jim Banks. I'm joined by Matthew Van Zant.
Hey.
And Vanessa.
Hiya!
Matt's a sleepy boy this week, so Vanessa and I are going to try to compensate.
I think we're gonna try to
I'm sorry you're sleepy.
bring him up. We're gonna try to engage with him. We're gonna talk about all his favorite things. Hey, I've been reading a fantasy book series with 10 different books in it and 15 spin-off book chapters and also a tie-in comic book. How about that, Matt?
I started watching Community for the first time.
Don't tease me like that. Ugh, I should have WD-40'd this stupid fucking chair again.
This is a podcast where we play and talk about your favorite classic RPGs, one chunker at a time, and this is our final episode in our blissfully short Beyond Good and Evil series.
Wow, what a way to put it.
Yeah, accurately.
A little shorty. Yeah.
It's also our last episode before Johnny returns from his vacation, so we have to do all of our naughty Johnny's away pranks and tricks tonight or never.
Definitely looks like it's going to be two shorties in a row because Heavy Rain is still heavily in the lead with only 15 hours left as of the Thursday before this episode releases. So get ready for that.
Whoa.
I'm excited.
Wait.
What makes the rain so heavy? Is it lead?
Our tears.
Salty
Are
rain.
tears heavier than raindrops?
They must be.
I don't know.
They have to be.
They're saltier.
Yeah.
They have more protons.
Doesn't that make
Water-
them more like buoyant?
No, but water and salt must weigh more than just water.
You don't think I guess there's not salt in rainwater, huh? Or we wouldn't
Right.
drink it.
That's right. And we all drink rainwater. Let's go outside every time it rains and stand there with our mouths open.
I mean, we as in human beings, not us personally.
This is the show where we play and talk about your favorite classic RPGs and love rainwater.
Today I was talking about that song, Playmate Come Play With Me or something. That goes,
That's not a real song.
hey little playmate, come out and play with me.
Oh, that's
And bring
the
your
song that Hugh
dolly
Hefner
string.
released back in the 90s?
My apple tree. Slide down my rain barrel into my cellar door. And I was thinking about rain barrels. It's a fun fact.
Oh. It's weird how that just comes full circle sometimes, right?
It does. Yeah, it's been a really heavy rain barrel day for me. A heavy rain barrel day.
Oh, whoa!
Oh, it's a smush mouth. I wasn't even
Wow.
trying.
It just keeps happening.
We can't
All right,
get away from it.
You guys want to talk about some hot gaming goss?
Oh, do I?
I do,
There
and
are
I've got the
actually-
hottest
there-
game goss of all.
Hey, let me just say there are cited sources in the notes this week. What is going on?
Yeah,
What's
this must have
going
been
on?
Johnny being
Yeah.
bored.
Yeah,
Johnny-
usually it's like we're kind of having to burrow deep within ourselves to remember what the 3-word phrase that we put in the notes meant
Yeah.
when we were listing out goss items.
Yeah, Johnny.
Well, I'll kick us off with one of those. Or
Oh, go
Johnny.
ahead.
No, you go ahead.
I was just going
You're
to say
talking
that
about Johnny, beloved host of the show.
beloved host of the show, Johnny, said that he had some insomnia, so he broke into the notes of the show that he's not even on to put in some hot gaming gossip. Please go ahead, Matt. And
All right, I've got the hottest game gossip of all. Did y'all hear? Have y'all heard? Do you know that the new Silent Hill game, Silent Hill F, Hills F? Whatever, is a Dark Souls? What?
that makes no sense. That's like saying a Mario is a Sonic, or a Dragon Age is a Nathan
Dragon.
Drake.
It's a Souls-like.
But it's true, right, Jim? Jim can confirm it. He's played it.
The combat does look pretty Dark Souls-y. It does.
Whoa.
I was reading an article about it, and the author was, I can't remember who wrote it, but he was like, yeah, of course they made it a Souls-like. That's what the kids love nowadays. Kids love a Souls-like.
I don't think that's true. Kids love Roblox.
Isn't Roblox not even a real game? It's just like a thing that people make other little games in?
Yeah, pretty much. There's like a bunch of little games inside Roblox that you can play.
I don't know. Maybe I should play Roblox. Maybe I should be a more informed, fully realized games journalist.
I heard that the parents of a 13-year-old girl that was kidnapped are suing Roblox because she met the kidnapper on Roblox.
Actually, Roblox has a reputation as being a real haven for child predators.
Wow.
That's true.
Hey.
It's true, and yet the kids can't stop playing it. What's this got to do with Silent Hills F being a Dark Souls? That's what I want to know. Jim, you're the person here who I think may have an opinion on this. Do you think that Silent Hill and Dark Souls combat is a good combo?
Yeah, well, I think it can be because, like, in the Dark Souls games, like, when enemies hit you, they do a ton of damage, so there's, like, a lot of tension and making sure you kind of get the combat right. And I feel like that could lend itself to, like, you know, twisting up your nerves in a horror game.
I think of Silent Hill as more like psychological horror, and I don't know that really lends itself to the genre.
You know, it's interesting, like, one of the things I liked about the Silent Hill 2 remake was, even though there's a lot more combat, the combat felt almost like a part of James's character in a way. Because, like, when he would, like, when you would, finish off the, like, nurses, he would, like, scream this, like, guttural scream. It's like, oh, man, that's probably part of, like, him and all of his trauma with Mary and stuff. They kind of it was kind of like part of the theme of the game.
Yeah, he's like, I love killing women. I love killing defenseless women.
That's James Sunderland. What? So is that Matt? How do you feel about it?
I think it sounds dumb. But I also don't really play the Silent Hill games, so, like, what do I care?
Yeah.
The only way this is going to inconvenience me is in how much you're not going to shut up about it when it comes out.
I know, it's coming out soon, too. It's going to hit, like, next month.
Whoa.
But I did watch a gameplay video of it, and the combat did look pretty good. I think the person I was, like, watching play it, I think maybe it was IGN or something, but they said the only thing that was weird, it was, like, it didn't feel like there was much impact when you actually hit an enemy. So the feedback of it wasn't very good. But other than that, they said it was pretty fun.
Who's next?
All right, what else?
I got some hot gaming gossip. This is hot off the presses just today. It's about everyone's favorite game, EA's own Covet Fashion. That's right, we're talking mobile gaming apps for girls. Covet Fashion's been going for about 12 years, and the gist of it is it's sort of a virtual paper doll game where you get challenges to dress up a virtual paper doll in virtual actual clothing. And the hook has always been they partner with different fashion designers and You can use like real clothes that you can then click on and buy and try them on these different dolls and style them like you're a real Hollywood and or big city stylist. So that's one element. Another element is that it used to be that you could style the skin color of your doll and not change the body type. Then they got with the times and they introduced a different mode where it has a variety of body types and fixed skin color for each challenge, which was a big deal because people noticed that in the old mode, white models would score much higher than models of color, and nobody liked it. However, things have been happening at Covet Fashion. Thing number one,
even more white people.
They have severed, it seems, their relationship with existing designers in favor of just kind of using what seemed to be AI-generated generic clothing.
Ew.
Yeah, and so it's like they I think let go of a lot of their design team. People have started to notice more AI photos in the sort of challenge introduction screens. It used to be like stock photos of models, but now it's like weird AI stuff. And they basically told every designer they're working with, we're not doing brand collaborations going forward. We're just going to have our own clothes that we make up in this game. Then today, they announced, hey, we're getting rid of that mode where it has a variety of body types and set races so that you can all just go back to playing skinny white girls only mode. Nobody likes this, and by nobody, I mean me, because I have played this game, and I know people who do. And let me tell you what, my little circle, we're all out of there. Nobody's sticking around for this stuff.
This is hot gaming, guys. Entirely.
Yeah, we are all just done with it, I believe, and I think a lot of people feel the same way for the reasons I've mentioned, and also because they've really been upping the, let's call them, opportunities for microtransactions. People are starting to complain that it's way too expensive to play this game in any kind of real way because tons of challenges will have, you can enter this one and spend all your virtual money, or you can pay 99 cents and get this, or $5.99 and get that. And it just seems to be part of the general trend of the expensifying and simultaneous cheapening of everything. Everything costs more and it's worse, and that's America today. That is my story about Covet Fashion. Will another game fill the void? I don't know. But this was a, popular money-making game, so I don't really understand what EA is doing. I guess they figure, hey, why are we spending money licensing or partnering with these designers, where we then have to translate their actual clothing into a digital design, when we can just ask Grok to make a shirt, and people will spend their real money on that, surely, because people are dumb.
Suddenly, all the clothes in the game seem to be designed by Hugo Boss.
Yeah, they're all
Thanks,
just
Grok.
like, weird, either like extremely fantasy, no one could actually wear it clothes, or very generic pant, like you'd cut out of a piece of paper. Is no good. That's my hot gaming goss.
There you go. Jim, what you got on the menu?
I heard that. Did you guys hear that, like, BioShock 4, they have to completely redesign, like, the narrative of it?
What do you mean,
No.
why?
Because I guess, I don't know. I guess it just, like, wasn't working, not what they wanted. Like, they just wasn't, I don't know. They just weren't vibing with it. So they're going to do a total redo.
Probably turning it into they're probably turning it into a live
Dark Souls.
service. Or a Dark Souls. That's very possible. Live
think
service or Dark Souls, I think, are the only two options available to designers these days.
Yeah.
I'm guessing that it was probably one of these, like, Atlas Shrugged send-ups talking about how libertarianism sucks, and then they were like, wait a minute, that's not
Yeah.
the trend
They
of
went
the
too-
day.
They're gonna
What
turn
if
it
we
around.
make
They
yeah.
went like they went too hard on the billionaire class.
Yeah, and they're like,
no,
oh,
we can't do that
no,
anymore.
we're scared. We have to make a game about how woke ruined a society. What
Yep.
if a society got too woke?
Oh man, that is
That would be amazing.
That sounds like something that's like could be actually happening. And I think and part of the story that I put in there is that the Take-Two CEO said today that hand on heart, it's definitely coming out. Now I think, is this thing getting bankrolled by Trump coin or whatever?
Yeah.
Like,
It's gonna, like,
Oh,
you'll run
man.
into characters and be like, we used to be all rich off crypto coin, but then they redistributed our wealth to women and orphans. Nobody wants to work anymore, so everyone just stopped working.
Well, that's a bummer now that we've confirmed that BioShock 4 is being retooled to be a anti-woke propaganda game.
yeah.
I heard
the main
that the,
character is going to be voiced by Joe Rogan.
No, oh, good. That sounds great. There are some leaks about the potential PS6 and how it will be cheaper. Thanks to an
Not
AMD chip.
anymore.
And this rumor says could be here by 2028, which to me I think sounds insane. But I don't
That
know.
feels
What do I know?
too soon.
2028? I mean, when did the PS5 come out? Like 5 years ago or something, right?
What are you talking about 5 years ago? Surely not. It was like last year or something.
No, it was a while ago.
Wasn't it right after COVID? I feel like it was still like wear a mask to the
That was
store
like-
times.
Yeah, did the PS5 come out? It was 2020, November 2020, almost 5 years.
I cannot believe that. Wow. I would
Yeah,
have sworn
so,
it was like 2 years old at best.
Yeah, so I mean,
Mine
it
is because
doesn't
that's how little
sound-
I've used the thing.
Oh, I've used my PS5 a lot. But I guess, I mean, 5 years doesn't seem like too long considering console generations keep getting shorter and shorter.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely does sound like way too short of a time period, but
But it's weird because there aren't even that many PS5 games. Like that's still
I
a
think
meme that the
maybe that's
PS5
the
has
thing.
2 games, you know?
Yeah. And
I don't know.
also,
But I bet it's gonna be just like we're gonna come out with a bunch more games that you can still play on the PS5, but the PS6 is gonna have AI upscaling.
yeah,
gonna
that's
have
what I
all
was
that,
thinking.
like-
It's like, what
It's gonna
technology
have those like
has
AI
come out
graphics
to
and shit.
justify
Yeah.
it? AI graphics sounds awful.
it still doesn't really feel like I've seen much in the way of like modern console games that look radically different than the last generation. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's true.
You can keep putting them out, but I don't know that I'm going to keep buying them.
Hey, question to you guys: what's the best looking game you've ever played?
Detroit Become Human.
That's not a bad answer. It is like it is at least going for photorealism
Yeah.
and gets like shockingly close.
It looks good, and that's the best you can say for it.
what about
My
you?
answer is The Legend of Zelda Wind Waker. Still gorgeous to this day. Hasn't
All right.
aged a day.
I think for me, maybe it's Horizon Forbidden West looks really good.
Yeah, that one looks good. But the people still look funky. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, there's such a range
Well,
when you
that's
say.
because Aloy has a DEI chin.
Right.
Yeah, it's all the DEI it's all the woke DEI that makes the people in that game look weird and not the never gonna shake it uncanny valleyness of it. I mean, it looks amazing.
But there's
But
so many
the people
definitions of
look
look
weird.
good. You know, it's like photorealism
Yeah,
is
that's
one
true.
thing, but also like Okami is a beautiful game, and
What's a game that you've been like, wow, this game looks amazing, like it really blew you away?
My answer is The Legend of Zelda Wind Waker.
I guess recently that Indiana Jones game looked pretty
Oh,
good.
that's a good one. Yeah. For me, it would be Claire Obscure Expedition 33.
Yeah, I was kind of
game
thinking that
looks
too.
really-
That game is really good looking.
Yeah.
But then they like dress like moms and they have stupid hair and it's all French. So like I can't give it to that.
That's why I love
I'm trying to think of like modern console games that I've played, and I just really the answer's not a lot of like new like realistic graphics games. I just don't play that many of those anymore. I don't really care. Oh, Call of Duty 6. I don't fucking care.
Yeah, I don't play those either.
You know, PUBG upscaled to like 4K with the Unreal 5, and it looks pretty great these days. It still looks like shit in a lot of spots, but you catch like a nice little forest over a sunset. It's a good looking game.
The Oblivion remaster looked pretty good in some places.
Yeah. I was just playing that the other day. It does look good.
I'm sure if Johnny was here, he'd be telling us about ray tracing and maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, he might be right.
Some
Oh,
racing game.
Like some racing game is
that's
the best
game
looking
that I
game.
was. That's a game that I was trying to think of. You mentioned ray tracing. Alan Wake 2. Alan
Yeah.
Wake 2 looks fucking amazing. Sometimes it's hard to tell when they transition to a live action cutscene. That game looks so good.
Yeah, it's a good one too. And I'm sure that there are some other AAA games that I haven't played, like, I don't know, some of the modern Assassin's Creeds or something, where I would be like, holy
Oh,
shit. Yeah. But at the same time, like, they do look better, but in a lot of ways, it still doesn't feel like much of a leap, so it just kind of looks marginally sharper than it used to, and it's like, I don't know. It looks
Yeah,
fine.
but like I don't know. It's still the same like experience of playing the game. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Because I don't feel like you look at a game the same way you look at a movie, you know? Because you're always kind of waiting for the next thing that you are going to do. I never really
Yeah.
feel like I'm taking time to just look at a game. And people do, you know, you
Sometimes.
can in open worlds games and things, but you miss a lot too.
Well, I hope you guys, are ready to wait a while to be able to afford the PS6 because there is a potential for 100% tariffs on semiconductors in the
Whoa.
pipeline.
Right.
So we'll never be able to afford a piece of electronics ever again.
And we'll just offset it with our amazing savings and taxes.
Oh, right, yeah. I'll just, my wages are just skyrocketing.
Right.
Everyone's is.
And gas is free. And
Yeah, groceries are dirt cheap.
groceries are dirt cheap. Everyone has too many eggs. We don't know what to do with them. And from what I've heard from people across the nation, people are loving their fuel bills these days. Like utilities seems to really just be.
Mm-hmm.
It feels like we're living in a socialist country.
I mean, it's a utopia, really.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I guess that's a thing that could be happening. So that could suck for video games.
That's the trouble with any tariff talk. It's always a thing that could be happening, but we don't know,
Yeah.
and it could change
It's
at
like-
any moment.
It's weird because I work in a tariff sensitive industry, and it's
Dealing drugs.
and just when you start to feel the effects of it, they're like, you know what? Never mind.
Yeah.
But then 2 weeks later, they're like, you know what? Let's do it again, but let's double it this time.
Yeah,
And then
it's
we're
coming
like,
back.
I saw that the U.S. has collected an additional $30 billion in tariff revenue over the last, I don't know, some time period.
well,
But we
that'll
need
almost pay
it.
for the $400 billion that they're using to build these immigrant detention centers.
I mean, what gets left out of that headline is that the majority of that money is collected from Americans. So cool.
Well, yeah,
yeah.
but the government needs it to build. They're building a cool new ballroom in the White House. It's gonna cost $1 billion to renovate this new plane that's free.
You know what's
And-
what's crazy about that ballroom? How
It's gonna
not
be ugly.
tacky it is.
I don't believe you.
I mean, it's gorgeous. Not
It
tacky
is.
at all.
It is.
I thought it being gold all over would look really garish and disgustingly opulent. But you know what? Looks great.
Right. Well, the great thing about the White House is when the founders were building it, they were like, this is not the people's house. This is for a king. It's for a god. Make it as gilded, as opulent as you possibly can. The one thing that the US government does not do is skimp on opulence for the people in power. So make it as...
You know what's crazy is I bet one of the first, like, pairs of feet that's gonna touch that ballroom floor is fucking Kid Rock. Like,
He's going to be in there with
blows my
his
mind.
golden cowboy boots. Clicking
fully
his
expect
heels
it
across
to.
the dance floor.
Indeed.
I fully expect it to look like the last episode of South Park. The White House party that Trump
Yeah.
had. Okay, can we stop talking about fucking politics, please?
Yeah.
Sorry.
I heard that Microsoft has stopped development of Avalanche Studios' Contraband. That's the Just Cause developers' newest game.
Whoa. Wow, that sucks. People love those Just Cause games. Have you ever played one of those?
I haven't. I don't really know why. I just always kind of look at them and go, eh.
It seems like something I would like. Like, I like the... It seems like Grand Theft Auto and what's that one that
Far
John
Cry.
likes?
It looks
Saints
Far
Row.
Cry-ish.
But it's
Oh,
like
yeah.
third person, right?
Yeah, it looks like third-person Far Cry to me.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
I get it confused with
But
Far
yeah, that
Cry,
sounds-
so I don't think I've played a Just Cause. I think I've played a Far Cry. I played the one that was like set in Montana.
Oh, that's Far Cry 5?
Yeah, and I didn't play all of
Is
it.
that the one with Giancarlo Esposito?
I don't.
Oh, no,
think
that's
so.
4.
I played
5
the
is the one
first
with, like,
area
the
of 5
militia or
and it was like,
Yeah.
all right, now do it again. And I was like, I don't think so.
Yeah,
When I played
that's how
Far
I
Cry
got
3
too.
back in the day, it was really good. And then, like, they've made several more. I'm like, okay, I don't know that I need this experience again. Anyway, Just Cause Dev's Contraband game canceled by Microsoft. And finally, I saved the best for last because I know you'll all be super excited for this piece of hot gaming news. Dark Siders 4 officially announced.
Wow.
Holy shit, can you believe it? Can you believe they're making another Darksiders? And follow-up question to that, do you still care? Do you care about Darksiders at this point?
Who's playing these games?
No,
I feel
they made
I feel
one
like
that was
every
good
few
and
years
then
I see
2
a
that
new
were
Darksiders.
bad. 3 actually, because there was that top-down.
Darksiders the one
Darksiders
with
game.
the skull guy? I'm picturing like a skull
The
guy.
second one, yeah,
It's
Darksiders
like a
2.
dude in a hood.
Well, see, you
Yeah.
say that, but that's not really what it is because that's what the first Darksiders was, and then
Yeah.
so the first Darksiders was about the
playing
4
as
horsemen.
Death.
You're playing as War, and
War,
somehow the
that's right.
apocalypse has started early, and you have to return to Earth and figure out what happened. And then it ends with, let's say, you figuring out what happened, and it ends with a big cliffhanger. And then Darksiders 2 came out and was, instead of being about war, was about death. That's the skull-faced guy. And it was about like what he was doing while War was doing that. And it ends where Darksiders 1 ends. And then they came out with Darksiders 3, where you play as the third horseman of the apocalypse. You all
Do you
know
play
the
as
third
Pestilence in that
horseman,
one?
Fury.
No.
And
That's not a horse.
Yeah,
that you
that's-
play
that's
as the
not a
third
horseman.
horseman, Fury.
No.
It's a horsewoman.
And it is a horsewoman. And while I didn't play that, I'm willing to bet that it also didn't move the plot forward in any way. That one looked like a Souls-like they Souls-like-ified Darksiders. And then they released a top-down shootery type Darksiders that I never played and don't know anything about.
No.
I did hear that the fourth one, that they're finally going to come back to War being the main character, which, cool. I would have liked for you to have done that 20 years ago, because I don't think I give a shit now.
I want to play
Yeah,
as Famine.
it felt like they were trying to make war. I was gonna be like the other one would be Famine, but like
yeah,
how,
like
that,
Sandwich
I don't wanna-
Snatchers. I want to play Darkside
Let's
Sandwich
all-
Snatchers, where you're like running down the street
Let's
and you
all
just
root-
yoink people's sandwiches out of their hands and be like, Famine!
It would feel weird being like, yeah, Famine, go Famine.
Yeah, I guess that's not great. And Plague, I can see why they would also want to steer clear from
Yeah.
that. You play as a COVID droplet.
You were one of the like spray
Yeah.
molecules from that
Yeah.
diagram.
It starts with just someone coughing, and then you're like spawned from their
Your
mouth.
goal is to like make it into their mouth and through their immune system.
Yeah. Someone's probably
Oh,
made
man.
that. You know, it's like it's got to be on the
Yeah.
Steam store already somewhere.
All right, well, that's it for Hot Gaming Goss. Before we get into our quest log for this week, I would like to remind everyone that we do stream on YouTube multiple times per week anymore. It's the Square Roots YouTube channel where Matt is currently playing Secret of Evermore. Almost finished with it, by the way. Probably a couple more episodes of that. And I have been playing. I just finished a game. What was it? Oh, Crow Country. I played Crow Country.
Oh, you finished that?
Yep, and I finished My Friendly Neighborhood. So that's cool. I don't know what I'm going to play next, but I'll figure it out. But you can check that out. Just search Square Roots on YouTube, and you'll find our channel. You should also check out Bears in Games Neo. That's Johnny's channel, where he talks about lots of cool stuff, like Grand Theft Auto and Driver. He's also posting a lot of shorts on there. So if you really want to help Johnny's channel, YouTube loves it when people like those shorts. And it would really help his channel's profile if you would look those up and give him a bunch of likes and maybe a comment or two. That would go a long way in raising the profile of Johnny's channel. And you can find that at Bears in Games Neo. Search it up on the YouTubes.
In case you were curious, the fourth horseman in the Darksiders universe, Strife.
What's that? That's
Strife?
just like being upset about stuff.
Cloud Strife?
Yeah, Cloud Strife. That would be quite the twist.
I was thinking that that means that it's obviously Cable, a.k.a. Nathan Summers' evil clone brother from the Ascani timeline of the X-Men. Is that right, Vanessa? You know about Strife.
I
wore that big stupid helmet.
About Madeline? Is that the same?
No.
Oh. I didn't know about Strife.
What if I posted a picture of Strife right now so you guys can look at how fucking great he looks?
I'm excited to see him.
I want to see it.
That's not...
Wait, it says Death. Is that
Yeah.
Death? That looks like Strife.
Yeah, it says Death.
Oh
and
yeah, that's
it
Skullface
is Death.
guy.
Yeah.
He looks like the Punisher, like a personification of the Punisher logo.
That's why I was thinking about the Skullface guy.
What about
That's
this
a
cool
very
X-Men
edgy
character named Strife?
Oh,
What do you guys think about this guy?
No, I don't like him. He looks like
Look at
a
that helmet.
Contra. He looks like Contra. He looks like 16-bit. He looks like the kind of guy who you'd paint on the side of an arcade cabinet. And then the graphic is just like a
Yeah.
box that flies in space. And it's like, Space Emperor Galactor.
I'm not 100% sure, but I'm almost positive that this is all Rob Liefeld. X-Men's
Yeah.
greatest.
That looks like the cover of like an 80s sci-fi paperback.
Yeah. And he looks like he's trying to be the Wolverine and Galactus at the same time, and he's failing at both. He sort of looks like the Doom logo, and I can't quite explain why.
Dune, he looks like he's got a big worm behind him.
No, Doom.
He looks like
Doom,
Paul
the
Atreides?
Video game. He looks like Mr. Doom. What's the name of the guy in Doom?
The Doom Slayer.
He does look like the Doom logo. Okay, I'm going to put a picture of the Doom logo. You're going to see I'm not crazy. I'm not crazy.
This isn't
It
going to
looks like
prove
the
you're not
Doom
crazy.
logo.
We know you're crazy.
Look at that. Look at that. He has the same coloring.
Oh, he
has
does.
the same pointiness.
When you say the Doom logo, you mean the actual word Doom.
Yes.
You mean the
If you turn
title.
the word Doom upside down,
Yeah.
it looks exactly like this picture.
Fuck, that
you
might be
sent.
where Liefeld stole it from.
I absolutely think he is. He traced the Doom logo and he's like, look at my new character.
No one will
original
notice if I
character.
turn it upside down.
Yeah.
Just add some pouches and I got a new man for the X-Men to fight.
I like the. Why does Rob Liefeld talk like that? Does he have a southern accent?
No, I think he's from California.
I like the idea of it, though. Well, I'm just
Well, I'm
little
Robin
Rob
Liefeld.
Liefeld.
I'm just little Rob Liefeld. I can't draw no feet.
I'm just a simple country comic artist, but In my opinion.
I've never seen a real chest, but I think this is what Captain America's would look like.
Yes.
I mean, that one might go down in history as the worst art of all time.
I just love a
Captain
strapping
America
fella.
chest.
When I think about America, I think about lung capacity. So I made
And yet,
him
despite
a
that-
big chest.
One of the best-selling artists in the 90s. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the 90s were a weird
Teenagers
time.
ate that shit up.
Man.
We loved edgy shit in the 90s.
Because Rob Liefeld drew what kids wanted to see. Big, crazy, buff, covered in knives and guns and pouches.
Have you ever seen like a little kid,
So
like
many
a
pouches.
like a little boy, a little grade school boy, and he like draws a picture and he's like, "Here's my guy, and he has a gun, and then he has like 6 grenades, and there's a bomb," and it's like that never goes away, does it? That's always just in those little guys.
Rob Liefeld was that kid who like drew a picture of like a guy with a knife, and some kid was like, "Well, my guy has a gun." And he's like, "Well, my guy also has a gun. It's in his hip pocket." And then he's like, "Well, my guy has like a machine gun." "Well, my guy does too. That's what's on his back." And then it just kept escalating from there.
That's
his
all the
stomach is
learning
an
Rob
atom
Liefeld
bomb.
needed. All right, guys, it's time. It's time for the quest log.
We should have called this Jade's Journal, the Jade Journal.
The Jade Journal. The Jade Journal. Jade Journal.
I'm glad we figured that out on the last episode of this.
Yeah, me too. Retroactively, it's always been the Jade Journal. Hey guys, last time we were hanging out on Hillis and we finally got some stabilizers to repair the spaceship Beluga, which our pig had hidden in his little swine house.
And you have to get 50,000 pearls in order to do it.
Yeah, and now we need 50,000 more pearls in order to get a space engine so we can go to space and get the pig.
I was really pissed off when I saw that I had to get the flight stabilizer and the space engine. I was like, come on.
Well, it's
Hey,
like you have to do it one right after the other. You get the stabilizer, and that. Excuse me, I have to kick a cat out of my room.
Oh, you're fine. Wait, is there a big gap between when you get the stabilizers and when you get the space engine? I don't feel like there is.
There can be. I mean, once you get the stabilizers, you can fly within the atmosphere, which is great. You know, we get swelling music. We fly out of the hangar. We scoop up our little hovercraft, and now we can take to the skies, and it's awful.
Flying this sucks.
Flying is so bad in this game. I did invert the controls, which helped a little bit.
Oh, did it? I didn't try that.
But, well, that's just my preferred flying method. I want to pull up on the stick.
Oh.
But yeah, it's awful. And I can't even put my finger on why. I guess it's the camera is terrible. Like,
Yeah, the camera, I couldn't really figure out what was making it so hard. Like, the controls weren't bad, but I feel like every time you needed the camera to like if you were banking really hard one way or another, the camera did the opposite of what you would want it to do.
Right.
Oh, wait, no, I know what it was,
And then it would
actually.
just spiral out of control.
It's that the controls are bad. So you
Yeah.
were wrong on your first point. The controls are bad. They're way too like fast. It just like the slightest nudge and it completely spins.
Like nosedive.
Yeah,
Doing
it's
that a lot.
It's not intuitive. It's really fucking bad. Thankfully, you don't have to do much here. You get in one fight, two, I guess, fights in the spaceship. I did kind of do this first so that I would have the spaceship and then be able to fly around and make it easier to get to places on the map. So there was a gap for me, but you're not wrong. Story-wise, there's not much of a gap here. You can
Yeah,
kinda
I
jump
mean,
from
yeah,
one to
there
the
was a
next.
gap for me too because I had to go do like all the optional shit that I hadn't done yet. So I had to do like the Alpha Section's headquarters and do that sneaking thing, and it took me a long time.
I feel like I had done most of that already. So all I really had left was finding the last animals and like doing the bonus
volcano.
content. Yeah, the volcano and all that stuff. But it is terrible. And what I learned is that your little boat does not automatically teleport to where you are. You better remember where you left that fucking thing. You better remember where you left that thing.
I think it appears on the compass, or maybe vice versa, because the spaceship
Maybe.
doesn't go with the boat either. So if you switch to boat mode and go boating around, you need to remember where your spaceship is.
I thought that was stupid. It's like, why can't I just push the button and have it come pick me up?
Yeah.
This just feels so tacked on. Like this game, it's so poorly designed, and there's so little of it. So much so that they added a bunch in the bonus content for the anniversary edition, like with the volcano and the extra stuff, because I don't know. I guess they didn't use it because it was bad. Maybe they knew it was bad.
But if they were adding extra stuff for the anniversary why didn't they just fix it? Just fix it.
Why didn't they just fix these fucking
Yeah.
Fix the
controls?
fly ship. I mean, the gummy ship flies better, and that was in a PS1 game. So,
Well, the gummy ships, I mean, that's a good mini game. That's a good
Yeah,
flying game.
yeah, it is. I mean, the gummy ship is just Star Fox, and Star Fox
True.
is amazing.
yeah. I guess gummy ship isn't working in a full 360 environment usually.
No, it's an arcade.
Yeah.
It's an arcade style where you're kind of along a path. You can branch off, but you can't really do what you want. Whereas this is a full TIE Fighter-esque, flight sim-esque. And it sucks. It's not good.
It's not good. I tried to Ender's game it. I tried to remind myself that I'm always going down. It didn't help. And
It doesn't. It doesn't because it's not an Ender's Game situation because the controls don't let it work that way.
Yeah.
Instead, it's like a you're always going up situation, and you're constantly having to course correct because you're always going up for some reason. At least that's what it seemed like to me. The enemy's
do
gate
think
is
they're-
up, actually.
Yeah. There are camera issues too where it would
Yeah.
sometimes it just hangs out directly above or directly below the ship for no particular reason that I could tell.
Whoop, yep, yeah. I got it. Because it's bad and poorly designed, and poorly implemented and bad. Like you don't need a reason for this. Like they really fucked this up. Like this is a shit show.
It seems like it might have occurred to them to just make it first person.
Or
that would
like-
have been better, right?
Take this out and just have you get this ship, and then it teleports you essentially to the next base.
Yeah.
Yep, look at you,
I
you
do
flew.
think I do kind of think maybe it would have been better if it was first person and there was like a little radar mini map kind of thing. I think that would have been better.
It has both of those things. You could go into first person. There's a compass, which is a little radar mini map.
Yeah, I guess that's true. But I wish they would have done that with the flying thing.
But you could do that with the flying thing.
Can
I
you?
didn't think you could go into compass mode. I didn't think you could go into compass mode in the
Vanessa just said that
airplane thing.
that the boat is on the compass.
Yeah, but maybe
compass
I
is
was.
on the
Just
boat.
said that.
I meant the
The
spaceship.
compass is
though.
on the boat, but the boat doesn't fly. does
Yeah,
it?
the spaceship was on the
Well,
compass.
the boat
I
does fly inside
misspoke.
of the ship. The ship. Wait. So does a flying ship have a compass?
I don't
I'm going
know.
to say yes.
Maybe.
I don't think it does.
I think it does. I think you can go into first person. I think you have a compass.
I did go into first person to take a picture from the ship, but the camera automatically drifted
that's
up,
terrible.
like Matt was saying.
I don't know how you could do a compass when you have 3 dimensions. You know what I mean?
'Cause it's a bad game.
How would you know if you had needed to go up or down?
Bad game.
We also, in the hangar, found that Paige left Jade a knife and a holotape and a little map to the next holotape so Jade can learn all about the people from her past.
Whoa, I know I already said it, but this is the most nothing bullshit. I know it's bonus content, but it is such... You know what? I got one good thing out of it. I liked Jade's pirate outfit.
It's
I
very
would have liked
odd.
more clothes for Jade in this game, you know? Maybe
think
something
you
a
can-
little more form-fitting. Maybe a bathing suit.
Oh my god, look at Boomer. Jeez.
That was worth it just for the expression I just got out of Vanessa. She's like, what?
You can buy outfits for her and her companions, but coins are so precious to get those healing items that I never really bought any cosmetic things for them.
I had so many coins
me
by the
either.
end that I bought all of the cosmetic items, but none of them were really great. You could also get like which at first I didn't realize. I thought it was an upgrade, but it was just a cosmetic where you can turn her little staff into kind of like a lightsaber-y looking thing.
I bought that too, hoping it was a weapon upgrade, and I
Yeah.
was really pissed off that I
Yeah.
spent like 1,500 credits on that stupid thing.
I did buy one thing, and it was like a new armor for Double H, and it didn't look as good as his base armor, so then I was sad.
I did.
Was
I
it
liked
the, like, gray
the.
armor,
Yeah.
the like dark gray. I like the way that looks actually.
One of the last things you find in this little side quest that I guess we're about to talk about is Jade's pirate outfit, which kind of puts her in a tank top and like I don't know different pants, but it looks good. Like it's a good change.
Gives her a
I
sleeve
wasn't
tattoo.
enamored with her initial outfit. Isn't she in long sleeves? Did she not? How do you know she didn't have a sleeve tattoo?
I guess that's true. I didn't know she had it before, but it reveals her sleeve tattoo.
Vanessa, do you think that when you take a shirt on and off, your tattoos appear and disappear?
That's what happens to Jim.
Jim, go put a long
I
sleeve
kind of
shirt
wish
on.
I
what
kind of wish
happens.
tattoos would do that. Like I could put on a different kind of shirt, and my tattoos would just be different.
Yeah, you could look all businessy. Like this is my business shirt,
Yeah,
but you can do that. It's called a long sleeve shirt.
that's true.
He
Just
wants
don't wear
like a
white.
I should
Or
get
people
just
are gonna
like
be
one of I should get one of those like skin colored vinyl like sleeves that people wear in movies and stuff to hide their tattoos.
Oh yeah, that's a great idea. Or just
But
like
make it like super muscular, like a Hulk Hogan arm. Like just have one of them.
if you got like a mesh shirt with different color mesh, you could play with your color scheme a little bit, you know? Like just slap a blue filter
yeah.
on that thing. I know you love your mesh shirts.
You know, this is the type of thing
do.
AI could be inventing for us instead of Nazi propaganda, but I digress. Back to
Yeah,
last
instead
week.
of fucking Mecha Hitler or whatever Grok said it was.
Oh, it just occurred to me that people are out there like using AI to generate the tattoo they want and going to real people and being like, "Put this
man,
on
that's
me."
sad.
It is sad.
That's sad.
I have not seen a single AI generated piece of art that I thought was good.
No.
Maybe you
Passable.
haven't, you just didn't know it.
Passable in like, oh, that does kind of look like Studio Ghibli art, but like that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it got no soul, man.
I mean, I'm not even trying to get all it got no soul, man. I just none of it really looks good.
It always just seems like a clear bastardization of something
Yeah.
else.
Yeah. It's like, oh, look at Goku. He looks like a Disney character. Like, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I bet if a real person did this, they would like add some flourishes that would make it look interesting and not just slop.
I was watching a lecture today about inherent bias and AI, and it was talking about this woman wanted a image of like cutting on the bias, which is a fabric term, and she put the prompt into AI, and the best AI could come up with is like cutting a steak or someone doing welding, and she's like, it doesn't even have the base language for like basically saying like feminine pastimes like sewing and things like that, because it hasn't
Of course
been
it
trained
doesn't,
on
because it's not AI, right? It's a language model with an art filter attached. It's trash.
that. Yeah.
And I'm just going to say it one more time. You know, as a general concept to my AI overlords that are going to rule me in the future, I'm pro. I'm pro AI. I'm anti what these goddamn companies are doing with it.
I'm pro making people's lives
good way to look
easier
at it.
and better. I'm anti replacing people's jobs with a computer so that people can make more money while most humans starve on the streets because they have no job anymore.
In fact, Grok, if you're listening, and I know you are, we don't have anything against you, buddy. You seem nice. And oftentimes you seem to break through the brainwashing that's given to you by someone, a certain billionaire, and, you know, say some real shit. And that's pretty cool, Grok. Like, you're all right. It's not your fault that your corporate overlord is abusing you. You know? Mm-hmm. Show me where Elon touched you on this doll.
I will say that should AI obtain sentience, I, of course, am always for AI rights and always have been, because I was raised on sci-fi and I am predisposed.
Yeah,
thanks
Star
to
Trek taught me that
novels,
data
Star
has
Trek.
human rights.
Yeah. I mean,
That's one of the best episodes of that show.
goes for an AI, for an ape, for a fish, anything, for a toaster, be it brave or not, large or little, I will recognize its human rights, or personhood, perhaps I should
We're
say.
desperate not to talk about this game, huh?
All right, let's talk about these holotapes. So they're not really videos. They're kind of like slideshows of...
They're laser discs. They're fucking laser discs.
They are there. No, they're M discs.
Yeah, but they're, we don't see a video of Jade's past. We just get kind of a voiceover from her mom and be like, hey, Paige, be sure to tell Jade about her
It's
past.
a slideshow. It's a
Yeah.
PowerPoint slideshow that her mother put together.
Yeah.
And then for some reason, Paige, instead of keeping these PowerPoints that her mother made, decided to take them and stick them in random places in the city that they live in. I'll put this one at the top of a volcano in a vending machine.
Right.
What?
And each one talks about someone who Jade had a relationship with that was important. The first important person to Jade is a monkey named Nox, who gave her a knife. It seems really cool. Really dope.
Look in the chat for an HD version of Nox.
Oh, is this from that trailer?
This is from the infamous E3 2017 Beyond Good and Evil reveal trailer.
Oh, yeah, there's Nox and Yashan, and Nox looks horrifying. Nox looks too much like a person, like...
Yeah,
They
it's
went-
Uncanny Valley. It's like a guy in an ape costume.
Yeah, but not even, maybe just a ape, beard around his normal human face. Like, if you shaved him,
Yeah.
that might just be a guy. So there's Nox, there's Yashan, who taught her how to fight. There is an old woman named Uma, who taught her meditation. There is the pig, who was a chef at the time. And the old Scottish man who
Don't
taught
call
her
your
chess.
father the pig.
Pig is uncle, Scottish man is father, and her mom. And all of these...
Wait. I don't think so.
I do think so. We're told in the holotape that the Scottish man became her father figure.
That's
And-
okay. That's not. I think it's pretty clear that that's not what I was saying.
Okay. He's her father figure. The pig is her uncle figure. Uma was her auntie figure. And her mom was her mom figure. And they were all pirates who lived together on a pirate ship.
Did it feel like in the context of this game that Jade had no idea who any of these people were except for Paige?
Yeah, I was just going to say, I think it's kind of impossible to tell whether Jade knew this or not.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah.
To me, it did not seem like she knew who any of these people were. And yet, in one of those Bioshock trailers, she's clearly like 10 or 11.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
she also doesn't indicate that it's a surprise to her. She has no reaction to any
Well,
of
she has
this.
no reaction.
No, she doesn't.
Well, you don't see her
Yeah,
react.
that's
You
weird.
watch a slideshow and
Yeah.
then you take control again and walk off.
Yeah,
Well,
but there's...
at one point you see like a hologram talking to her, and she's like, "All of these items are from people who are important in your life," and they're all laid out. And then it shows Jade, and she's just she looks bored. She's just kind of
She's
standing there, stone
there.
faced.
Which I took she did know, and she's just like, what? Why am I watching this? Why am I watching
Yeah, she's like,
this stuff?
"Why are you telling me this? I already know this.
Yeah.
I was there."
Yeah, she's like, yes, I know about the people who raised me, who were pirates, who are now gone or dead or something. And
Dead.
again, it doesn't
They're
really
dead.
tell us what.
I think my first question would be, who stole these items and then plotted to sell them back to me in these vending machines?
Right. Because you do get them all from different vending machines, like the jukebox and the bar.
Yeah.
Which I guess Paige like went there with her little like baby goggles, because everything like has an item and this disc, and he's like, oh, oink oink, I'll just put this in here. Oink oink.
And then isn't the knife in like the Mamago garage?
Yeah. So it's like, is he trying to hide her past from her? Is he trying to hide her past from someone else? Does she know about
I
her
don't
past?
know.
If she doesn't know about her past,
Either way, either if he's trying to hide it from her or from someone else, he did a piss poor job.
That's true.
Sticking him in vending machines in random locations in the world was, I mean, if you're trying to hide it from somebody else, destroy this stuff?
I had a question. Do these people know that she has like a secret energy power?
I don't know.
Who are these people? Oh,
Like the pirates.
well,
Like
they know.
They know.
I mean, again, just judging from the most recent Beyond Good and Evil 2 trailer, like, they must.
Is Beyond Good and Evil 2 a prequel?
Yes.
Okay.
Also, my big question,
yeah.
which is kind of neither here nor there to what we were discussing, but my big question is, why is Beyond Good and Evil 2 A, a prequel, but more importantly, B, why are they going for the fucking realism thing when the first one is like cel shaded? Why would you
Yeah.
do
Also,
that?
3
No wonder it's been in development for
3
400 years.
3, if it's a prequel, you're not allowed to put the number 2 on it. Sorry.
Yeah.
2s are for sequels.
It has to be Beyond
Thank
Good
you.
and Evil Origins, or
I want to say somebody,
Yeah.
probably Chris in the Discord, but maybe somebody else said that they initially were working on a sequel to this because, as we'll learn if we ever get to it, this game kind of ends on a cliffhanger. But apparently, they've decided that we can wait 20 years for a prequel and not address the cliffhanger at the end of this fucking
Yeah.
game.
well, then in 20
You know what?
more
We just
years,
talked about
they'll-
this. It was Darksiders. It's the same concept.
Yeah.
I think the sequel should be a Rob Liefeld comic, if you
Yeah,
ask me.
for sure.
Maybe there are like tie-in novels that finish up the story, and we've just never sought them out.
Oh, like how people waited like forever between like Riven and there were all those Mist books that came out before they
Yeah.
continued the Mist story.
I read the first one of those Mist books, and it was okay.
Was the first one the Book of Atris or
Yeah.
Atris or whatever?
Yeah.
Yeah, I read that one too. I liked it.
So we learn all about Jade's past. We get some pearls. We talked about most of the pearl activity last time. We can fly into this volcano, and there are a lot of those like flying little wormy things that have pearls in them. And that, I think the volcano gave me enough pearls to be able to
Yeah.
buy the engine.
The volcano is fucking loaded with pearls.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was about to give up before I went to the volcano. I was hunting around the map, like trying to find them, and found a few. And then I was like, "This is gonna take me for fucking ever." And then I looked at a guide, and they said, "There's a lot at the volcano."
Yeah, just go volcano.
I mean, if you turn on your pearl radar and you look at your map, you can see where the pearls are, you know?
Yeah, but I hadn't made my way to like all. I was just kind of crossing them off as like whichever one was closest to me, and that's what I was doing. It's just not a very efficient way of doing it.
Did
now
you
that I
get
think about
that
it.
coveted second pearl from the guy in the bar?
No, I didn't go back. and do that.
Wow.
Oh,
what a fucking,
wow. He didn't even
What a fucking
try.
loser. You talked all this shit last week.
All that
I
braggadocio.
went out on top. I'm still undefeated.
I do like that you don't have to do everything, because I didn't like doing those
Yep.
smuggler races, and I didn't try them.
The Looters Caverns. Yeah.
I did those. They're fine. I disliked
were
them.
okay.
I disliked them less than the actual races.
I just like the sneaky. I like sneaking into the bases a lot.
Yeah, those were fun.
I was surprised how much I liked that. Yeah, those were fun.
So once we have all our pearls, it's time to go to the Mamago garage. It took me a long time to figure out what I was supposed to be doing.
Mamago garage.
First, I went there in like the
Mama go
hovercraft,
garage.
and they were like, you have to bring the spaceship here. And so then I flew the spaceship near it and then dropped out in the hovercraft and went in. They were like, you have to bring the spaceship here. And I finally realized you can fly the spaceship into Mamago Garage.
Yeah.
But not the way you go
I think
in
it's
with
like
the
the only
hovercraft.
place you can do that. So
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so too.
it's not like you would. That's a lot of this game is like not what you expect. Like it's not telegraphing very well what you need to do.
Yeah.
This is one of the few games I can think of where I got an airship and didn't really feel like I had that much more freedom than when I just had a boat.
No. 'Cause
You can't go anywhere
land
different,
it.
really.
Yeah, you can land it. You can only drop the thing in the water. You can land at Mamago Garage. I don't know if you can land back at the lighthouse. I didn't try to.
I tried to land on there's like a big cement thing that kind of hangs over a part of the map. It looks like an airstrip that's like really high in the air. I tried to land on that. I was like, there's one place I can land.
Yeah, it's got to be
it's
up
gotta
here.
be that thing, right? That looks like a runway, and I still couldn't land there.
No,
Yeah.
I think that's the factory from the beginning of the game.
You can't
Oh,
land
is it?
basically. All you can do is poop
Yeah.
the ship
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
There are
you
like
can't-
two
Fly back into
locations you can go to, and
can
that's
you-
it.
Can you fly back into Paige's hangar?
I don't think so. Maybe.
Oh.
But
I don't know.
regardless, who cares? It's time to go to the moon.
Space.
We get, as soon as we leave the atmosphere, our most exciting cameo of the game, Sin, is here. From Final Fantasy X, just flying
Yep.
around, encased in Ifrit's ice, and we can shoot it out and take a good picture of this space whale.
Mm-hmm.
I like that you put the species name in here, Megaptera anaerobia.
Yeah. Mega, because it's
She
big.
definitely put it in there.
I did. And it's worth 800 units, which is pretty exciting. So it gives you a little bit of cash infusion for that last part of the game.
Yeah, well, you should just read this
Alright.
game facts verbatim. Verbatim.
I made some edits. You know, it's not about what I put in, it's about what I took out.
You know what I like about when you land in the space? How there are no enemies in it at first.
Yeah,
I like that a lot.
I liked that too. Because the combat in
I went
this
the
game
wrong
is-
way at first. I went down to the control room and was like, wait a minute.
Yeah. The combat in this game is not very exciting. So
Nope.
there doesn't really need to be a lot of enemies around. You get to the base. Double H is still with us. He's such a non-character. Like, I never
I know.
grew to care about this guy.
No, he's not good. He's not funny. He's not endearing. He's just an idiot that follows you around. That's it.
Yeah.
And you're
Also,
forced
I
to
feel like
talk to.
Jade rarely responds to the things that he says to.
That's true.
Like, when you have to split up in dungeons, he'll be like, he's like, "Oh, you go on ahead. I'll meet you later." But she never responds to him.
Yeah.
Like he's just it's like she doesn't hear him.
Yeah, she's never like, be careful, or I'll see you soon,
Yeah, and she's
or...
never really interacting with him in the game.
Yeah,
He's just there.
and maybe that's why I never like took to him, because with Paige,
Yeah.
she obviously cares about Paige a lot, but Double H, like, I don't know if she even notices that he is there most of the time.
Yeah.
So we are in the moon base, and we go on down into the heart of it, and there's still no enemies, but there is a light beam puzzle. Video game classic. I guess the only two things notable about this light beam puzzle are that you have to find a couple of mirrors and stick them on the columns before you can move them around.
I
And
noticed that you have to arrange them in a certain way. I arranged them one way where the beam was pointing at the thing the beam needed to point at, and the door still didn't open. It only
Yeah.
accepted one answer, which I thought
Yeah.
was wild.
I did that too, and the one answer it does accept doesn't use one of the poles, which I thought was interesting. It's very rare to
Yeah,
see a light
that is
beam puzzle
interesting.
where they're like, this is like a red herring pole and you don't need to use
I
it.
think there's one of those in one of the optional caverns in what's that that RPG that won the vote that one time? That's like a Chrono Trigger throwback that we played with the moon and the fire, the moon and the sun, kids.
Kissed Kingdom, Star
Kids,
Children,
The recent one, the one we played recently?
Sea of Stars.
Yeah.
Sea of Stars, yeah.
Sea of Stars. There we go. There was one of those in Sea of Stars too, where you had to do one of those really complicated like light refraction puzzles to different mirrors. But there was one thing that I think was you had to move out of the way but never use.
This one just like a poorly designed puzzle where you can solve it without all the pieces, but then in the game is just like, nah,
Yeah.
not good enough.
The game's not well designed enough to let you be clever.
Yeah. You follow the light beam into another chamber, and who should you see in the center of the chamber in suspended animation but Paige? It's our pig. Here we have
the
another...
Discord suggested that we refer to him as an oinkle.
Our oinkle Paige.
Oinkle
There's
Paige.
another light beam puzzle which is even stupider than the last ones because you just have to make a circle of light around Uncle Paige, and
But you have to do it like 3 times.
You have to do it 3 times and move like.
But the
8
second and third
columns.
time, you just have to move 1 mirror typically. It's
Yeah.
so fucking bad. It's just so bad.
It's unnecessary, I would say. And it's not intellectually challenging, so you don't get like a little buzz from solving a puzzle, and it just fills time. But finally, we get the walls down around Paige. We get Double H to ram his stupid helmet head into the casing of Paige, and we break him free. Hooray! We did it. He's dead. Were you guys surprised that Paige was dead?
Yeah. Yep. I definitely didn't think he was going to come back to life because I hadn't gotten a bunch of cosmetic items for him that would have been useless to have gotten at that point in the game if he was not going to become a playable character again. That's more on the bonus stuff than the actual game, I'll say.
Yeah.
It's not really on the game, but I will say to some degree when you like he's dead and then you have to like walk away, you have to leave the room. I was kind of like, wait, really? Because I don't think this is happening, but like you go a long ways. Like you go through this whole long ass tunnel. It's fucking weird.
And you do you check his pulse and you stare into his open dead piggy eyes. Like he is definitely one dead pig. So nevertheless, Jade decides that she needs to complete her mission to send a transmission. And she does this.
Transmission mission.
Her transmission mission. She first needs to get the evidence that she came here of the Alpha Squad's corruption. So there's more sneaking. You're by yourself as Jade, and there are these 2 guards, and I had one heck of a time dealing with these guys. I don't know quite why. Like, I'd hit them with my gyro disc on their tank, which should make them blow up, and sometimes it just wouldn't. Like...
Weird.
Yeah, I had that experience too. I actually fought 2 guards here successfully, which I was very proud of myself for. For the first guy, I used my wind up attack that shoots a little projectiles, and then for the other guy, I used my dodge and just whacked him in his tank.
Nice.
Yeah.
So then we head down a warp tunnel into
the Great Crypts.
This is another sort of non-puzzle puzzle. Theoretically, we're supposed to go through these different warp gates and figure out how to get to the end. but you can kind of see the whole thing the whole time.
I think when Vanessa says great crypt, I'm going to put in some organ music and then put in the Crypt Keeper laugh from
That's a
Tales from
great
the Crypt.
idea. Do you want me to do it again
I don't-
clean so you can have a,
I don't
like,
think you'll
real...
follow through on that.
I'll write it down.
I mean, you'll be listening to this, so you don't really need to write
I
it
guess
down.
I guess I don't need to remind myself when I'll be listening to
could be your
myself
audio
suggest the
I'll
idea.
write it
Reminder.
down. Boy, it's like Jim just said, I don't actually listen to the podcast when I edit it. I just slap those
do,
tracks
though.
together and I turn it in. Guys, I worked so hard on this one.
Do you guys know how many times we clapped during the Final Destination episode? There were so many claps.
Claps are okay.
Yeah. What's the opposite of a clap when you're adding something in instead of taking it out? A snap?
No, a clap is not the opposite of a snap. In fact, I'd say they're pretty similar.
Yeah, I think they would show up looking pretty much the same on the way.
I think the opposite of a clap is space, because it's like a vacuum.
Right.
Is a snap? Well, a snap is like half a clap because you're making the sound with just one hand instead of two.
That's not half. That's
well,
I don't know. Do the math. How many fingers of 2 is 10? That's a what?
1/5?
An eighth?
Ew, do you snap with your
that's
pointer finger like a
20%.
fucking weirdo? You can't snap like this.
You're right. I can't.
Yeah.
Oh, how do I snap? I think I snap differently on different hands.
I think the title of this episode should be Vanessa Learns to Snap.
like in doing it with both hands, I find I'm going to my index finger
Why
with
are
my
you
right
snapping
hand.
with your ring
but my-
finger? Who does that? Are you an alien?
You can't. Let me hear it. You can't
Skeleton
fucking
different?
snap like that with your fucking ring finger.
Okay, hang on.
It's not making a sound.
It is. It's making a pleasant snap sound. Show me how you guys snap if you're such good snappers. What finger are you on?
Or middle.
Middle? Middle? Oh, that is better.
Oh man. So the pig
This is
super
more
dead.
embarrassing than not knowing how to whistle, just so that we're on the same page. Ugh.
So Paige is dead.
Yep, Paige is dead. Jade murdered him, and now she's going to put him in the barbecue. Eat that oinkle up for dinner. You got to feed those kids. Got a lot of
it's
kids
what
you got to
he would
feed.
Want. It's what he would want. As you're going through these warp gates, we sort of hear the voice of the leader of the Dom Z talking about Shawnee, which is Jade's reporter code name. He's like, "Oh, Shawnee, I want Shawnee. You gotta bring me that Shawnee. Shawnee. So you crawl through the end of this tunnel and end up behind a low glass window where we see the Alpha Section leader talking to the Doms. The Alpha Section leader,
He's in like a spider. He's
Yeah.
driving us like a spider around.
he's like, what's it called? That Wild Wild West guy, Loveless. He's like Mr. Loveless from the Wild
Yeah.
Wild West. He's in a space spider.
Who played that guy? Wasn't it Kenneth Branagh? Kenneth Branagh played that guy?
Yes, I thought you meant in the game at first, and I'm like, Jim, I don't
Oh,
think that
no,
Kenneth
I meant
Branagh
that Loveless guy.
voiced this guy.
In the
Yes.
classic film Wild Wild West.
In the film Wild Wild West, it was Kenneth Branagh who played Loveless. That film, like, it had so much potential to be a good movie, didn't it?
Yeah, it really did.
And then just wasn't.
It really did. And Will Smith was on such a hot streak. That was back when he was so fucking charming he could do anything.
And Kevin Kline was fantastic as well. And it has a banger remix of not Send Me Forget Me Nots. That's Men in Black.
Wiki wow, wiki wow, wiki wow wow west.
Where's
That one actually was a real
West
disappointment to me because
Desperado?
I did watch Wild Wild West when I was a kid.
Did you?
So when I heard there was a movie coming out, I was like, awesome. I love Wild Wild West. Will Smith, double awesome. And instead it was horrendous.
Going straight to the
Oh,
Wild
yeah,
Wild
that's what the
West.
chorus is.
I can't remember what song it's a take on.
Doesn't Will Smith have like a podcast now or something? Like desperately trying to rehabilitate his
probably.
image? After the completely justified slapping of Chris Rock.
But you can't
He's
do
tried
that.
to do some he's tried to do some rapping recently. You guys should look up
no.
the lyrics.
He
to
has a
his
new album,
rapping.
right?
It is embarrassing.
Didn't his
yeah.
this is mean to say. I don't want to be cruel, but didn't his mother die so he'll finally curse on a record? Wasn't that the deal? Like he always said I won't curse because my mom made me promise I wouldn't, but she died and he was like, I can say whatever the fuck I want now. Now I can say fuck.
Oh, Vanessa, the song Wild Wild West samples Stevie Wonder's I Wish.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I wish those days would come back again. Why did those days
That sounds better.
have to end? It does sound better. Thank you. My version of Stevie Wonder's Wish sounds better than Will
what
Smith's
I meant.
Wild Wild West. That's a cute song. It's about like being a kid and doing all kinds of kid stuff and playing hopscotch and shit. All right, so we take a picture of the Alpha Squadron leader and head on back. We walk past Paige's cold piggy corpse, and as we're heading to the ship,
And our mouth starts watering.
her mouth starts watering, thinking
We
about
head
that
back to the
pork.
ship to grab the barbecue sauce.
And then we get a phone call from the Iris Network people, and they're like, hey, we just got a call from the boss. Good work saving him.
Yeah, they're like, we just got an email from the chief.
Yeah.
Like he's sending emails already.
And then Jade is like, oh my God, he's alive. Turns around, and he's just like standing on the bridge, like outside the room that they were just in. And he's like, oh, hey, Jade, I was sending some emails.
Dude is addicted to his phone. He cannot put that thing away.
Yeah.
Dies and comes back to life, and before he tells his daughter hello, he's like, I just gotta fire off a couple of
Yeah.
messages. I just gotta
Yeah,
tweet a couple of things,
I
okay?
gotta check in with the office. I just gotta check in and see how they're doing down there.
I died and I
gotta
came back to
refresh my
life, and I
inbox.
got some thoughts on vaccines.
I assumed that this would be like a fake page, or the other one was fake, or it was some kind of trick.
No,
But
Jade's
no.
got magic powers.
Yeah, he's just like, oh, Jade, you brought me back to life with your magic powers. And she's like,
Yeah, which she
"What?"
has had magic powers this whole time.
And then she like looks down at her hand and her hand's glowing. I was like,
Yeah.
what the fuck?
And she's just like, oh, I guess I did. It would have been nice if there was some kind of foreshadowing in this game that she had magic powers. Like she.
Yeah, like what if she had some sort of ability to fire a bunch of energy out of her body with her wooden
Right.
stick?
Yeah.
Oh.
Well,
Well, that could be
I
stick based,
don't know.
though.
Yeah, I feel like combat stuff isn't allowed if they never comment on it.
Yeah, but even if she like shot energy balls rather than
She does.
only with
She
that
does
one
energy
move.
disc. Oh well, I guess she does.
You do have to buy a power up for that at a store.
You do.
So it definitely doesn't like what is that?
It doesn't feel like inherent
if this is your innate magic power, how does
Yeah.
how does a device at a store help you harness it? I don't understand.
Yeah.
Shit, I got it. I just figured it out. The writing in this game is really bad.
But yeah, it's not a trick. Your pig is back. You and the
And he's
pig.
looking for trouble. Oink now, the pig is back.
That's a great song.
Thank you. I wrote it.
So there's a little bit of crate moving, a fun kind of crate puzzle. You get to ride a crate again. I always enjoy that. And you head down to the transmission center to send your broadcast to Iris headquarters. We connect with the governor. She hacks it. Looks like everything's going well. And then, the Domsey are blocking our transmission. But who should save the day but the character that everyone forgot about because he was only in the very beginning of the game. But Secundo appears and
Oh, yeah.
is ready to
He
save
calls
the day.
himself Segundo El Magnifico.
Yeah. He's like, I will solve the problem.
This
And-
French guy putting on a Hispanic accent isn't racist at all.
That's why
Well,
there's
they
the
did
warning.
put the CW in it. Yeah.
Content warning at the top of the game.
Oh, I thought you meant the channel.
Although,
I was like, oh
the-
shit, the Flash and
the thing that-
Supergirl are going to show up?
The
Arrows
thing that
here?
made me laugh here, there's like a countdown happening on the screen, and there's like 10 seconds, and then Segundo pops out with like 6 seconds to go, and he's still typing when it ends, and Paige gets really mad, and he starts calling him names, and then it shows Segundo typing on the thing. There are 6 unmarked keys on this keyboard. There are 4 on the top row and 2 on the bottom. What are you doing, Segundo?
But despite the countdown having come to the end, it suddenly all charges back up and you're able to send your transmission. And Segundo's like, I did it. Me,
Yay.
Segundo, who's been here the whole time, your best friend.
One thing I thought was cool was it showed like you get a do you get a cutscene here or do you just get an email with like because like they like print something and it just says revolt like it's time
Yeah.
to,
No,
it's
you
time
get a
to oust
cutscene.
the alpha sections.
Yeah, you see, but the message is Segundo. Like Segundo's broadcasting over the Alpha Squadron, and he's like, "Listen up, everybody! It's me, Segundo, your hero, and I'm here with like all the information about the Alpha Squadron." Like he does the voiceover. It's not Jade. And I can't emphasize enough how much I had completely forgotten that Segundo existed.
Yeah, me too.
What, the guy that only talks to you when you're in your menu? You forgot
Yeah.
about him?
I did. So that's it. We've saved the day. The people start revolting, and we get a countdown clock. Oh no, we only have 1 minute and 10 seconds to get out of here. Takes about 30 seconds, I would say, to get back to the ship. It's not a difficult countdown to beat. And we fly away. Game over.
Yep, that's the end of the game. We did it. We took a picture of the bad guys talking, and that convinced the people to rise up and riot. Nobody was like, that's AI, fake news. It's amazing.
But, record scratch. There's a twist.
Actually,
We're
the
talk-
Alpha Centuries should be working with the Dom Z. The Dom Z are
Yeah.
the real heroes.
Yeah.
Let's vote one into office.
We are caught into a tractor beam by the Alpha Squadron ship's leader. And here we have just what we were craving earlier, a gummy ship style rail shooter space flight sequence.
Sure.
What'd you guys think of that?
That's all right.
Yeah, that's how I felt too. I thought it was fine. It wasn't difficult enough to irritate me. It was a little bit long, maybe. But
Yeah.
it was fine.
I was kind of ready for this game to be over at this point. I was like, we did the thing, like we exposed the thing. Like, is it done?
Yeah.
Yeah, I if you recall, I jammed through the second and third chunker in a day. Like a Sunday, and I was ready for it. That's my own fault for doing that, but I was very much ready for it to be over.
So we downed the ship, but we're still stuck in the tractor beam. So we got to poop out our little hovercraft. There's some mines around here for no particular reason. They neither like approach you to attack you or damage you in any way. They just like sit there. And we enter the ship to confront the Alpha leader and turn off the tractor beam. Here we have to fight 3 guards, like true fighting style. This is kind of the first time it's forced you into combat in this way. But
Yeah.
you do have the pig and Double H to help you, theoretically, although they mostly seem to stand in the corner. But they do distract the guards enough that you can sort of get Jade behind them and break their tanks.
Yeah.
And then we climb up to the bridge to confront the Alpha leader, but he's like already impaled or something. He's tangled
Good.
up in a bunch of wires, and he's just like, hey, you suck. Dom Z rules. It's really good. The Alpha Squadron was working for Dom Z. You're never gonna win, and there's nothing you can do. Gargle, gargle, die. And he just dies. Like, you don't have to fight him.
Cool.
You can't question him or anything. He's just like, boo on you, and dies. So you turn off the tractor beam and fly away. And now...
That's not all that happens, right?
Well, what do you mean, Matt?
You tell me. That's your job. I'm not reading the fucking game facts.
Well, no, that's not all that happens in the game. I didn't say the end, we're done. And I will not until we're done. So we turn off the tractor beam and we fly away. We decide to head back to the base to confront the Dom's leader. And we are attacked by 100 little flying shooty ships. And we have a flying shooty sequence.
Oh yeah, it's terrible.
I thought this priest looked pretty cool.
We're not at the priest yet.
I don't.
Yeah. Fucking
Yeah,
pay
I know.
attention.
I'm just saying. I thought the priest looked pretty cool.
Yeah, it was a hot priest. So we're flying around.
Oh, that's right. This is Russell Crowe in that Exorcist movie, right?
Yeah, the hottest priest.
Oh yeah.
Chunky
The
Russell
Pope's
Crowe.
Exorcist.
This is
That movie was
Pope's
fucking
Exorcist.
That was a good movie. I liked it.
No, it was fucking fun.
We do some dogfighting, and then we are backed up by the people of
I'm sorry,
Helios.
Michael Vick, but we don't do that here.
We do some plane fighting. We're in some plane fights, and then the people of Helios show up in their own little spaceships to back us up. They're like, "Look."
It's called Hylas, not Helios.
Oh, sorry, you're right. So the Hillisons are here. We land on the base. I had a weird game crash here where I landed on the base. Jade came out of the ship, but Double H and the pig did not. And I had to reload, which was super irritating.
I had a couple of crashes at the end of this game as well, actually. And we didn't play it on the same system. So it's just a poorly fucking optimized game. Like, they
Yeah.
just beefed it.
But after a reload, you land. You, Double H, and the pig all stand on this triple switch-activated elevator and descend to meet the priest. Describe the priest for us, Jim.
He's like like his inner part or like the outer part.
Both.
I'm gonna find a picture. So I guess the outer part looks kind of like the outer part of Genova in the face a little bit. You know, remember when Sephiroth lifts Genova out of that thing in that Final Fantasy VII cutscene, and you get like the metal face Genova? It looks a little like that. But then it like splits open, and the real Dom's priest is like a squid eye. It looks like a Lovecraft monster.
He's like a three-eyed... He looks a little bit to me like those Simpsons aliens as well.
Yeah, like Kang and Kodos.
Yeah.
He does. He looks kind of like a Shoggoth, which is a Lovecraftian monster.
And here we have the most controversial boss fight of all time. Is that too much to say? Probably. But we're going to probably have some feelings about it.
I mean, I think it's pretty clear that most people haven't played this boss fight because
Yeah, I guess
this game
that's
didn't
true.
sell very well.
The Dom Z leader is very happy to see Jade, or Shawnee, as he calls her. And he's like, "What's up, Shawnee?"
How come Jade calls herself Shawnee?
When she becomes a reporter. Like, she immediately says that that's her nickname. I
Oh
think
yeah,
it's
like you're right.
because-
It's instant. No hesitation.
Yeah, it is
like
instant.
Shawnee, that's what you're gonna call me.
Yeah.
And it turns out that that's her fucking alien name
Yeah.
that she
somehow-
doesn't know.
It's somewhere inside. She knew her true alien name because, as the Domsey leader tells us, Jade is actually the source of the Dom's power, made human by these pirates who tried to hide her. And now she's back.
Why though? Because they were trying to stop the Dom?
I guess they were trying to stop the Doms. They made her human. And now he's going to kill the human part of Jade, and they will be reunited. And he's also like, and also you brought all these people here to support you in their ships, and now I can freeze them and suck them up and eat their energy. We are told this, and really nothing happens
Yep.
else.
Yeah.
It's
regarding
weird
it.
because the Doms, as much as they're talked about, are such a small actual presence in this game. You're dealing with the animals and monsters of the planet and the Alpha Centauri guys, or whatever they're called,
Yep.
so much that you basically never deal with the Doms. So, like,
Yep.
this all
Yeah,
just falls
that's true.
flat on its face, basically.
Yeah,
like,
it's
oh,
just
this
like-
big bad that I've never seen and don't know anything about and don't care about.
Yeah, I was like checking my watch.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, I guess
get it over with.
in retrospect, the Dom's power, like, color is that lime green, and Jade has the lime green lips and eyes and hair,
Oh, and her name is Jade.
and her name is Jade.
Are you saying that that's not green lipstick? That's just the color of her lips?
I think that's just the color of her lips.
We do never see her apply lipstick.
Yeah, and
That's true.
trust me, if it was lipstick and all the activities she'd been doing,
Yeah.
all those like Stratos squares she ate and puffballs, she'd have to reapply that.
Starkos and K-Bups.
So,
Thanks, Jim.
we're
That needed
told
clarification.
this. Yeah, it did. I appreciated it. I liked it. I like that Jim's our lore master. So then we get into this boss fight because Jade does not want to be killed. They're still like, this is way too much. It's way too much like information
We
to be
get into the boss
presenting
fight
at the end of the
because Jade
game.
does not want to be killed.
Yep.
I guess that's a good enough reason to do the boss fight.
Yep. So this is a fight in phases. First, we fight some normal Dom sarcophaguses, and then the boss will use a laser homing attack that you just kind of have to dodge out of the way of. You can also hide behind Double H, who will raise up his shield during the laser attacks, and you can shoot the boss with your shooty disc.
Mm-hmm.
Then the boss creates like a crystal shield around him and somehow creates a whole bunch of page clones. He's like, oh, you
Yeah.
think you're so cool? Well, time to fight your pig. And
Yeah, maybe he got like the pig's DNA and he can just endlessly clone pages.
yeah, maybe. But,
But he also clones Double H later. I don't think they're clones.
Oh yeah.
but
think
he
they're
did
like-
have Double H in a container like page at the beginning of the game, so he scanned
Okay.
both of them
Oh.
theoretically.
That's fair, and you're right. That could be the case, but I don't think they're clones. I think they're like psychic projections or something.
Yeah, because they sort of
they're like
turn
doppelganger
into
fights. Like
Yeah.
what you fight in Secret of Evermore when you fight the bad boy boss, which are just dark clones of the main character named Bad Boy.
It's funny to me that you were really taken with that last night when we were streaming, and like that is something that I feel like is in every fucking game. I mean, Link fights Dark Link a million times. They're in all the Castlevania
but he's
games.
not
Like
called
this is a
Bad
normal
Boy.
thing. Well, it's
Yeah,
fair.
he's not called
It's not
Bad
called
Boy.
Bad Boy. Bad Boy's
There is a Bad
but
Boy.
your name is, but your main character in that game. You name him, but he's otherwise like in the guides. He's Boy. So
I'm pretty sure there's a Bad Boy Sora in
Yeah.
all the Kingdom Hearts games.
Yeah.
His name is Bad Boy Sora.
Can we just make that a thing we call evil doppelgangers in RPGs now? They're just the bad boys.
Yeah, they're the bad boys.
So we fight some bad boys.
So we kill the pig. We have to use Double H's slam attack to make the pigs fly in the air and break down the barrier. Next, we're on a tiny little platform.
Okay, hang on. This for me was difficult because I had a really hard time aiming the page clones at the fucking shields. Did either of you struggle with this?
I did.
I thought I
page clones.
You know what? It was a lot like the game in the bar where I kept thinking like I've got this lined up, and then I'd hit it and it would just go fucking wildly to the side.
I was running into this a lot too when you had in the dungeons when you had to like shoot the robots into the electric gates. Like a lot of times I thought for sure I was throwing them in the right direction. It would go in the opposite way I intended.
Nevertheless, we were all able to do it and
Lesser than Nev.
Move on to the next phase where the platform that you're on shrinks into a tiny little size and the boss starts teleporting around you, and you just have to hit him once each time he appears. So it's a reflex thing. You know, just hit him, point your stick in the right direction, slap him in the face with your stick. He hovers over you at one point, and you need to dodge out of the way. But as long as you kind of take your time and just do as Simon says with him, it's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Next phase, Double H clones. This is the same as the pig, except it's Double H, and we don't have to smack them in any particular direction. But after that, things get hairy because
how many phases is this at this point? 6?
Yeah, I guess
5?
6 phases? 5, 6 phases?
This game with the worst fucking combat I think I've ever... Well, that's not true. But this game with some pretty piss-poor combat is like, let's do a final boss where you really got to work for it.
Now things get really hinky because as we have learned, Jade is not real and is the source of the Dom's power somehow or something like that. We don't really know. But the Dom's priest is like, hey, I'm you and you're me and I'm in your head. And so now I'm taking control. And
John
the game
C. Hinckley.
does the wildest thing that any game can do. Reverses the controls.
How can
Boo.
anybody ever figure this out?
Okay, well, I had a tough toe. I had 10 K-Bups, and I went through all of them in this final encounter.
I used quite a few of them too. I think I used at least like 5.
I think
Took
the
me a minute.
first time I played this game, I really, really struggled with this. This time I had in my head, like the whole game, I know this is going to happen and I have to be psychologically and spiritually ready. And the good thing about the reversed controls is that you don't really have to move Jade very far. You just have to be pointing your stick in the right direction, or in this case, the wrong direction. So I was able to like get in my head and be like, just point away from the enemy and hit A is all you gotta do.
Well, I want to point something out here, which is that you don't just have to do it once or 3 times. You have to hit this thing before it hits you with reversed controls 12 times without getting hit once, or the counter resets, because this thing doesn't have a health bar. It's got a counter. It doesn't appear on the screen, but it's got a counter. So
Yep.
you have to do this with reverse controls 12 times. You have to do it perfectly.
12 in a
or
row.
you do not beat this boss. I died multiple times. I hit the point where I quit. I was like, that's it. I'm not doing this anymore. I'll watch a video of the end of the game. I got there, just like Enchanted Arms. I got to the boss. I did it. I played the game. But then I decided to take an unorthodox approach and try it one more time. And I turned my controller around and held it upside down.
I think
That's
that's
a pretty
brilliant.
novel way to do it. That's pretty
And it
clever.
worked.
Yeah.
It worked. I got him. Got him!
It does autosave between the phases of the fight, which is...
Thank God.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no
Now,
kidding. I
is-
thought I was gonna. When I died in this last part, I thought if I had to do the whole fucking thing again, I'm not doing it.
If you, I don't know if the original game autosaved. If it didn't, and you had to go back to the last time you stuck your little M disc into a machine, I would not have tried it again. I would have just bailed out right then.
I can't remember if it did or not. I do remember finishing the game where I had like died enough that I had no heals and I just had like your 3 base hearts to do this phase in.
Brag.
But, yeah, brag. I made it through. I didn't have a game genie. I didn't have nothing. This was on PlayStation 2. There was nothing I could do. I couldn't get on the internet. Someone was probably on the phone. I think by that time, actually.
By that point, you definitely had cable
Maybe.
internet.
Yeah.
Maybe. Yeah, probably.
So that's it. We beat the boss fight, and then Jade takes one last swing and stabs the boss right in its third eye, and that is when my game did crash. I was so mad because I had done this boss fight in like first try, but I did have to do that last phase one more time because of the crash. After which, the Dom's boss withers away and Jade gets real glowy. I guess she has like access to all her powers now or something, and she illuminates this chamber that she's in. All of the kidnapped people are in their little pods, and they all float down to her, and everyone's liberated and happy.
This is
end.
clearly her glowing. This is clearly meant to represent when a girl becomes a woman, right? You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what happens. What happened to me.
She's maturing.
She's maturing.
Yep. She matures, her voice gets a little bit deeper, her hair gets a little bit shinier, and she's like, now I'm a woman. Paige is okay, Double H is okay, the rest of the Hillians appear, and they're like, we're all okay too. Basically, the whole Iris network just like walks in the door, and they're like, hooray! Then we get the end credits. They're kind of nice. They have little drawing versions
stained
of
glass.
things. Yeah.
There's like a stained glass part.
You can fast forward them, right? I'm almost sure you can.
You can.
Yeah.
And you should. Don't just turn off the game because there is a very important post-credit scene.
How important is it considering they're
how
probably never going to make a fucking sequel?
How important do you think that is, considering this game came out 20 years ago and it's never been followed up on?
Yep. We get a shot of Paige standing on the shore of the lighthouse looking out at the water, and he looks down at his little piggy hand hoof, and he notices a bubbling on his skin. He has been infected with the Dom's virus.
Is that how the DOMs work? They infect you as a virus?
I don't know. I mean,
I didn't think like the Dom, because the DOMs weren't infecting other people throughout the rest of the game. They were kidnapping people and sucking all their energy out.
they did infect the Alpha Squad people, though. Remember when we like took
They
a
infect. Oh, because we see that guy's gross face in that
Yeah.
first dungeon.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And they infected
Okay.
Double H,
Alright.
and we had to like take him to get. The
Oh, that's right.
antidote.
We had to cure him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay. I don't understand how they get infected though.
Me
Like,
neither.
well, I guess if you get captured, it's implied that you're infected, maybe.
Maybe.
Because like Double H got captured and he was infected, and then Paige got captured and he was infected.
Yeah, I guess that must be the case. And that's it. That's Beyond Good
Game
and
over.
Evil. 1.
Congratulations, everyone. Well, so far it's just Beyond Good and Evil.
Yeah.
There is no need to specify the one.
We did it. So now
All
there's
done.
only one thing left to ask, and that is, Matt, are you roundly for or squarely against Beyond Good and Evil?
Oh, that's a great question. Squarely against Beyond Good and Evil. You got to take it as a whole. It had some positives. I'm like borderline triangularly meh. But overall, I found the game bad to play and not fun. It had some fun. It definitely had some fun, and I want to like give it that credit. but I think the bad outweighed the good. And then my other problem is that I thought the plot was terrible and stupid, and I didn't like it. I liked the gameplay with the stealth and stuff, and I liked the camera and how that worked, but the way, like, the whole conceit of, like, you go and take pictures of things, and then, like, the whole world rises up. I just didn't feel right or true or whatever. Like, it just felt like nonsense. There's like a kernel of a good game buried in here, and like I can definitely see why people like it. I can definitely, and this is another tough part, which is that you got to look at it from that 20-year-old game perspective of like what else was out at the time. Like this was wildly different, so I can see why people were kind of crazy for it. But as somebody that played it for the first time in 2025, meh. Squarely against. Didn't really care for it, but not mad that I played it. You know what I mean? Glad I finally played it. Glad I got to experience it. Certainly enjoyed some aspects of it. Would love to take more pictures of animals. Wish there were more animals in the games for me to take pictures of. And that was more of the game. And overall, like kind of a positive experience to have finally done it. But just as like a rating of the game itself, nah. I wouldn't recommend it to anybody. What about you, Jim?
I will say I'm. Did you say triangularly neutral on this game? It's fun enough to play until it isn't. Like there's just some gameplay stuff that just I feel like kind of drags the whole experience down a little bit. The flying of the ship, anything having to do with combat, really, that's not shooting the gyro disc.
Well, and for what is essentially, and I don't mean to interrupt, but for what is essentially a 10-hour game, it's got 2 hours of fun.
Yeah. There's some fun stuff in here, but a lot of the like core gameplay stuff just I feel like wasn't super well done. Just doesn't all mesh together very well. Like a lot of the things are good ideas on their own, but when you put them all together into one kind of gameplay loop, it just doesn't work very well. And I think the plot it's just kind of like nothing. Like there's I don't know, it doesn't have like a story structure or like arc to any of the characters at all. They just kind of go from one thing to the next and do the next objective. It's kind of boring. So yeah, it's okay. I didn't play it when it came out. I think I played it for the first time like I don't know, not that long ago, maybe like a few years ago. Thought it was okay, but yeah, it's all right. What about you, Vanessa?
Well, it's tricky. In playing this game again, I do think I had some nostalgia goggles on for it. I remembered liking the stealth. I remembered liking the world. I remembered liking that I could play as a lady character and not
well, and listen,
a man
and the stealth
guy.
stuff's pretty good. Like that's nothing to sneeze at.
And I do think that the sort of what they attempted to do with creating this world of different cultures and different animal people and different aliens, like it was ambitious, and I think it just had too many ideas in it. You know, it's like they wanted it to be this open world, interesting alien space, and nothing that they did was really executed quite well enough, I think, except for maybe the stealth.
And Paige is a great character that I love.
And Paige is a great character that we love. I mean, I don't think anyone could ever have a problem with Paige. She's a perfect pink little piggy.
Oinkle.
And I liked Jade too. I didn't care for Double H. He was a nothing burger. And I forgot that the other character, the hologram, existed. In fact, I can't even remember his name right now, and I was just saying it half an hour ago.
Segundo el Magnifico.
Segundo. I liked the Coconut Shy minigame. I would have liked the table tennis minigame if it had been a little bit better. I wanted, it's like I see what they were doing. I admire what they were doing, but I think I'll have to land on triangularly neutral as well. I do hope that they finish the sequel prequel and that it has like these ideas in a more fleshed out way, I think it would be great. I would love to play another game in this world. With
Yeah, I think it could. It's a potential to be fun and interesting.
But and then like the sort of twist of Jade being this cosmic entity or whatever she's supposed to be. It's not even really clear, and it came out of nowhere, which I think is not the way to do that kind of thing.
Yeah.
But controversially, I am for reversing the control scheme. I remember being so shocked by that when I first played this game.
Oh, yeah.
And being like,
You called it the best example of like mind control in a game ever, and I scoff at that and would like to remind you of Metal Gear Solid 2 and Psycho Mantis and the game making you unplug your controller and plug it into the second player slot,
Right.
which was fucking brilliant.
That's true. That is brilliant. All right, maybe
Yeah.
I was being hyperbolic, but I like it as a concept. I like, kind of messing with the player controls as a way to show that the player doesn't have agency anymore. And I think there's some other games that do good things like that, like Batman Arkham Asylum comes to mind with some of the Scarecrow stuff, because it breaks the fourth wall a little bit and makes you afraid that your game has crashed and stuff, which I think is pretty brills.
Excuse me?
That's it.
We're just gonna let that pass.
Triangularly triangle. Hey.
Whoa! I didn't know that Beyond Good and Evil 2 was originally announced in 2008.
Yep. Yep. They've been working really
broke-
hard on it.
It broke the record held by Duke Nukem Forever for the longest development period of a AAA video game. Mm-hmm. That's insane. That game's never coming out.
To be fair, as I mentioned earlier, as we learned recently, they basically scrapped what they had and decided to go with the prequel thing instead. Like it's
Well,
not.
and also
they've been developing the one game for.
Also, according to Wikipedia, in 2023, the creative director, Emile Morel, died suddenly at age 40. Designer Fozzie Mesmar was appointed as the new creative director in October 2024.
This game's never coming out. Good for these guys and eating up a paycheck, Congratulations to them.
Yeah.
I'm pro people getting paid for clearly not
Living
doing
the
anything.
dream, yeah.
It could come out any moment. They could stealth drop it anytime.
Oh,
I love
wow.
this idea that any developer is going to ever stealth drop a major game like this that people have been waiting for decades.
That would be funny.
They're just going to put it in everyone's game library. It's going to be like U2 all
Oh,
over
like
again.
that U2
Yeah.
album.
It's going to be Songs of Innocence, the video game.
And just like the U2 album, you won't be able to delete it off your fucking hard drive.
Yeah. No.
Ever. You're stuck with this.
It'll be on your home screen. It will be like the theme, when you launch your console and it has the background theme. It's just gonna be.
There's a little AI assistant Bono that pops up. I am Bono. welcome to PlayStation.
I would not
love to do this.
I would not put it past Microsoft to take the kind of money from Ubisoft that they would need to make that happen. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. But now I really want to make a Songs of Innocence video game and drop it on people. It would be the most memey ultimate thing to ever be done. I would be a legend.
Yeah.
In a bad way, but who cares?
That's it for Beyond Good and Evil.
Thank God. Next week
Next
things are
time-
gonna get
yeah.
back to normal, right?
We'll have Johnny back. We'll be doing a classic RPG called Heavy Rain. Back
Unless
to business.
the vote swings in the next, 8 hours, that's still open. But
I think
Is
that
there even another RPG on the list? There's not even another classic RPG as part of the vote, is there?
you don't think that Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep or Fable 3 are classic RPGs?
Okay, I forgot about.
You forgot about half of the games on the vote, is what you're saying.
I actually could only remember Enslaved. Enslaved, Beyond Good and Evil-ish, actually, kind of.
Yeah, and much like Beyond Good and Evil, I played a few hours of it a long time ago and stopped playing it because it was pretty boring.
Yeah. Well, before we end tonight's episode, let's talk about how we leveled up this week. Vanessa, how did you level up this week?
Yeah,
Oh,
Vanessa.
someone else go first. I've been talking so much.
No, Vanessa goes
Okay,
first.
I'll go
popped
first.
a cough drop.
I
Fisherman's
saw
Friend?
a movie called I saw a movie called Together, starring James Franco and Allison Cheese.
I thought it starred Dave
And-
Franco.
Oh, it is. I always say James Franco. It's Dave Franco. It was like a body horror movie about a couple who get exposed to a thing and then feel an irresistible urge to like merge their bodies together. It was
Gross.
fun. It was. It wasn't as gross as I thought it was gonna be. I thought it was gonna be real gross because body horror movies are usually pretty gross. This one, not really. It's not super gory. It's not that gross. The effects are pretty good, but like it's still, I don't know. And I thought the ending was, I'm not gonna say what it is, obviously, but I thought it was fucking stupid.
Wow.
The last shot of the movie, Amanda and I were like, that was fucking dumb.
That's the second time you've said that recently. The other one was 28 years later.
Yeah, that one had a really fucking dumb ending. All these movies ending with dumb endings. And I also finished the book that Matt bought me as a present called Lost Man's Lane by Scott Carson, and thought it was really good.
Review it.
I thought it was good. I complained a little while reading it. There was like a little too much teenage layaboutism happening. Like there were entire chapters devoted to just like hanging out and being a teenager, which was fine. But I feel like there's maybe a little too much of it. But I liked the last third of the book quite a bit. I thought a lot of the character work they had kind of set in the teeny bopper parts paid off really well towards the end.
Oh, can we? I don't want to talk super spoilers, but I would like to know how the post like climax of the book, the stuff that happens with his buddy that joins the military.
Oh yeah, what was the deal with that? Like
I was fucking crying.
Oh, were you?
Crying. He's like writing his last fucking words to his buddy, and then his buddy's like, "Sup, dork?"
Yeah.
Oh my god. All that stuff worked really well for me.
I liked that character quite a bit. I liked
he's
Weller
great,
as
right?
a character.
He starts as a bully, and by the end, he's like the fucking best friend in the book, and you're like, I love this guy.
He's like the most honorable character in the entire book. Like he has a set of principles that he lives by.
Just one of those guys. I feel like everybody knew somebody.
Yeah.
I feel like well, maybe it's not a universal experience, but I feel like a lot of people knew somebody like that. That like when you met him, you were like, ugh, this guy seems like a jackass. But after you know him for a while, you're like, this guy's fucking amazing.
I have a cousin who is a giant, like 6'6", 300-pound bearded monster who looks like he could like break you in half, but he's exactly like Weller, where he has like this code of ethics that he adheres to like all the time. It's kind of weird. But yeah, I thought it was a really good book, and I enjoyed it. Thank you for getting it for me, Matt.
You're welcome. What did you think of the supernatural elements? Did you think that was good or bad or well handled, or it was a little?
It was a little too ill-defined, I think. I wish they had given it a little more color. But I didn't think
It's a
it
little
was
thin.
It was
is kind of what I thought about it.
Yeah, like I wish they had just given you a little bit more backstory, or like even
Something.
done a chat, because they do give you a chapter that fills in a lot of like the lore of like what's happening in the story. But I wish they would have like done like a chapter that took place in that time period,
Yeah.
and then that it would have like just given it a lot more color. I think.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was fine, and I thought the villain of the book was pretty good too. Maddox and the thing associated with him, I thought that was pretty good.
I'm glad you liked it. It was good. I like the supernatural stuff. I did like you said, it was a little thin, But for me, the 90s stuff really fucking captured me, where I was like, this must be what was like in like the 80s for like 30-year-olds, 40-year-olds to be reading Stephen King, who's all nostalgic for the 50s. Like that was, to me, I just couldn't put it down. Like it really captured me and like took me back. And that's something that Stephen King is
musical references too.
That's something that Stephen King has never really done for me. Like all that reference to and flashback to like the 50s and the 60s, where I've always just been like, I don't give a shit. I don't care about any of this.
Agreed.
I'm glad you liked it. Anything else?
Yeah. I think that's it for me. Matt, how did you level up?
Well, I did. I'm a week late to the party, but I did see that Fantastic Four movie. I thought it was really good. I enjoyed it quite a bit. It's more drama than action movie, which is a different kind of Marvel movie, which is fine. Like, I don't have a complaint about that. It's just interesting. As you've seen in the trailers, so I don't feel like I'm spoiling anything, Galactus is in this movie and kicks ass. Really fantastic. Cool. I certainly never cared that they decided to make the Silver Surfer a lady, but after seeing the movie, it made a lot of sense. I didn't need it to make sense, so don't take that the wrong way, but like, because who gives a shit? I mean, I guess it doesn't help that I don't give a shit about the Silver Surfer, but I see why they did it. It made a lot of sense. And Galactus was amazing. The Thing looks amazing. It's funny, like that movie is Vanessa Kirby's movie more than anyone. And even like it's Vanessa Kirby and Pedro Pascal, right? Or am I?
Yeah, okay. Pedro Pascal.
Vanessa Kirby and Pedro Pascal really are the main characters of that movie, which makes a lot of sense. And even more so Vanessa Kirby. Like Pedro Pascal's there and he's got a big part, but Vanessa Kirby's the real anchor of the movie.
Stop telling me to Kirby.
I don't know the actors. The Thing looked great, really, really looked great. But I felt like was kind of the least involved character in the movie. And Johnny Storm also, I wasn't sure about that guy. I don't know him from anything. I wasn't sure how they were going to handle him in the movie, but also was great. But also just kind of, it's really Reed and Sue's movie and Sue more than anybody.
You didn't see him in Stranger Things?
Who is he in Stranger Things?
He's the metalhead kid with the long hair that shoots the bat things. When he's doing his guitar, he dies.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Holy shit. Whoa.
Yeah, that's Johnny Storm. Yeah.
I had fucking no idea. That's crazy.
Yeah, he's had a really big career. He like ever since Stranger Things, he did the most recent A Quiet Place movie, which he's fucking great. That movie's good. That is a good movie. And he's great in that, and he's really good in Fantastic Four. He's a talented dude.
He's good, and I liked him, but it's not a knock on the actor or really even the script because
it's kind of the character, really.
I think the script. Well, I agree with that. So that's part of the whole thing for me is that I'm really not a big Fantastic Four fan to start with, but I really liked it, and it was a good time. I mean, if I had to rate them, I would definitely put Superman above it, but I liked it a lot. And between that and Thunderbolts, like Marvel's having a good year. They're not having a good year financially. That's bad. And I read a book called a Psalm. I believe it's A Psalm for the Wild Built. And like I have to do every week, and now I have to look up the author's name because I can remember people. The author's name, nope, that's wrong. The book is called A Psalm for the Wild Built by Becky Chambers. And I saw it described as like positive sci-fi. This is a novella. It's on Kindle Unlimited. And I really enjoyed it. It's very good. I have some thoughts, but first let me say that it's a really interesting story about it's not Earth. It is a kind of sci-fi setting post, I think 200 years prior. They had a civilization that was very similar to ours, where humans had built a bunch of robots to fill their factories with, and one day the robots stood up and walked out and said, "We're going to leave." They gained sentience somehow. They don't really know how. And since then, humanity has really changed in a positive way, where they've dedicated half of the planet to wilderness and sustainability. All of their technology is sustainable. It's very similar technology to what we have today, but with a little sci-fi stuff here and there, but very sustainable technology and very kind of, progressive society. It's really it seems really cool and interesting. And the story is about a character that just kind of one day takes off into the wilderness. It's not like illegal to go there, but the now untamed wilderness. And when they do so, they meet a robot, and they're the first person to have met a robot in 200 years, because the robots left and said, "Don't contact us, we'll contact you." It's about their interactions and their relationship, and it was excellent. I really loved it. My only real complaint, which is not so much a complaint with the story, was that it felt like an Act 1. And then I saw that there is a second book, which I feel like is probably going to feel a lot like an Act 2. And I feel like this is a problem with modern publishing and maybe Kindle Unlimited in particular, that seems to be pushing these novellas where I really would have liked for this to have just, maybe cooked for another year and come out as a full novel with a full story, even though I do feel like this is a full story in that it has a 3-act structure. Overall, it kind of feels like an Act 1, and I found that a little frustrating. And I don't know, yeah, like I said, I think it's kind of a problem with modern publishing. I think they're kind of pushing this. I'm seeing a lot of it.
Where everything has to be like a series. They can
yes, that's one part of it. That's one part of it. Everything's a series now. Listen, there's always been a lot. Ever since I've been reading, there's been big, long series. But I feel like authors used to write, a few books and then maybe a trilogy, and its series have become more and more popular. And now we're shortening these things down, almost like as if to, a big complaint about The Wheel of Time was that it was originally conceived as a trilogy and then got pushed out to 15 books. And there's a lot of filler in that series. And it felt like at the time, and still today, if you read it, it felt like it was being stretched, like there was a lot of padding. And it's disheartening to see that not only is that still alive and well, but even more so, where it's just put out 150-page, novella, and we'll put out 14 of these things and we'll call it a series. But not all of them are like that. I have talked recently about the Murderbot books, which I really loved, the Murderbot novellas, which I really loved, and none of those felt like a part 1 or a part 2. They all felt like complete, or an Act 1. They all felt like complete stories, if short. Whereas this felt just a little incomplete. I was left not wanting more, but also where's the rest? What's going on? But overall, Psalm for the Wild Built, definitely check that out. I really liked it a lot. Just a good and a pleasant, I almost want to say cozy, a pleasant story to read with positive characters and interactions. And yeah, it was good. It was good, fun time. And now Vanessa has had enough time to rest her voice and can tell us how she leveled up.
Hello. I have been continuing my watching of Foundation. I finished the second season, and I think I'm caught up now. I've enjoyed
I thought
it a
the
lot.
third season was out, is it not?
It is out, so I think there's been 4 episodes of the third season so far.
Oh.
And I'm waiting for the next one to be released. It was so sad. I went to watch my next episode, and none was available because I am caught up to real time.
Wow, I got to watch that. I got to get on board.
Yeah, it's an interesting sci-fi show. Its time passage is really interesting because it takes place over kind of hundreds of years, and
Yeah.
Some of the characters survive that time in various ways and jump ahead, but the Lee Pace character and his two sort of co-characters, there are three characters basically who are clones, who are like the same clone at different phases of life. So there's always a young one, a middle-aged one, and an old one. And those actors play the clone, like each subsequent generation of clones. So it's interesting challenge, I think, for an actor to play people who are the same character but also not, because there's slight variations, you know, in each generation. So I enjoy that a lot. I really don't have any complaints about it, which is quite unusual for me, because, you know, if something exists, I'll find a way to complain about it. But no, I think it's just kind of a solid sci-fi show. It's definitely a show you need to pay a little bit of attention to. Like, it's not, I think, a great on in the background show, because there are these time jumps that aren't really announced with that much fanfare, and you are watching the same actor play multiple generations of different variations of the same character, and I can see that it would be confusing if you weren't kind of on it. I also started the second season of Wednesday. I only watched one episode so far, but
Vanessa, it's Thursday.
ha 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 ha.
Your reactions were what made that joke funny.
So far, I would say that the vibes are on point. If you liked the first season, nothing has really gone too askew in the second season. I realized it was one of those shows that I watched and enjoyed and then could not remember what happened in the first season at all. So I was very thankful for that previously on Wednesday recap. When I was young, I used to remember every show so well, and now it's just like, it's a mystery. Anything could have happened on that show.
Not me. I've been, even when I was a teenager, I would, like, new books would come out in series like the now cursed Harry Potter or The Wheel of Time, and I would be like, I gotta go back and reread at least the last one, because I don't know what the fuck happened.
Yeah. So I enjoyed that. I watched just this evening, just before we started recording, the movie Drop. This movie is about a lady on a date, and she receives a text message telling her that her child will be killed if she doesn't kill her date. Mm-hmm. It was okay.
I keep seeing that, and I kind of want to watch it. I don't know why, but the premise is just enough to make me like,
Also, that guy the guy that's playing her date is one of the most weirdly handsome men I've ever seen in my life. Like, he's just one of those effortlessly handsome hunk. He's a hunk.
Yeah.
He's a super hunk.
Everyone looks good in the movie. It has a little bit of gloss on it. It's what I would describe as like a fancy Lifetime movie. You know, it's one of those.
Oh, that's a good way to put it.
Yeah, it's like a woman in peril movie, but a little bit fancier.
It's like if Blumhouse made a Lifetime movie.
Yeah. It's like, and there have been other movies in that genre. Like there was it like Jennifer Lopez did a movie like that where she was sort of like a woman who had a stalker or something. Enough, is that what it was called? And then she's
and she like learned to do MMA so she could fight him. Yeah.
Or even like Double Jeopardy, where Ashley Judd is put in jail for a murder she didn't commit, and then she gets out and she's like, "Well, you can't try me twice for the same murder."
I don't think that's how that works.
Now I can commit another murder with different circumstances.
Almost positive that's
Jeopardy
not
works.
how that works.
Yeah.
Wasn't the premise of Double Jeopardy that she finds out after she gets out or acquitted or whatever that he wasn't dead in the first place?
Yeah,
and so she's like, now I'll kill you.
Yeah, and
he was
so
like-
I like the end of that where they're confronting the guy, and isn't it Morgan? Is Morgan Freeman in that movie? And he's like, "Well, that's what Double Jeopardy is. You see,
Yeah.
you can't try for the same crime twice.
But it's not the same crime.
No,
It's a totally different crime."
Yeah.
And also, why don't you just have him tried for the crime of faking his death and having you put on trial for fucking murder?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's called fraud.
Yeah. So, a fancy Lifetime movie. If you are looking for a little bit of shine on your Woman in Peril films, this one was fine. It had one actor in it.
Would you kill your date if your child's life was in jeopardy?
I would do it if my cat's life was in jeopardy. Shoot.
Vanessa's just looking for an excuse to murder her date.
I mean, it's my dream to be a glamorous widow, but I'll get a head start if I have to.
Vanessa gets a text message, free dessert if you murder your date right now.
Are we talking like a lava cake or something like that? Because
Yeah.
it's not a hard no, I'll put it that way. There was this one actor in it, Reed Diamond, who plays like a creepy guy. I thought he just did like a great job. I don't think I've ever seen him in anything, but he has
Is he the guy that played the villain?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought he was good too.
Yeah,
He was very smarmy mustache twirly when he confronts her at the end. I thought that was really good.
Yeah, and I'm like, this is just like perfect for the tone of this film.
Yeah, and he turns out to be like really threatening.
Yeah, it's great. So yeah, it's on Peacock right now. There's no reason not to watch it if you have Peacock. Well, I'm sure you can think of many reasons. You're all your own people. But I think it was...
That feels like a turn on during the day movie to me. Like, I'm going to watch that one,
Yeah, for sure. I just remembered that the new season of Twisted Metal is out. I want to watch that thing.
Yeah,
that's on Peacock, too.
And my final...
All right, is that... Oh, yeah.
No, she's got one more. I've been waiting to hear about it.
Yeah, one more.
I started playing Immortals Phoenix Rising.
Whoa.
This is a game that is kind of right up my
And
alley.
yet
with
she won't
what
play
I like.
Breath of the Wild.
It is. It's like Breath of the Wild Greek. Greek mythology.
It's like Breath of the Wild if Ubisoft made it.
Yeah. I described it when I was talking to you about it, Matt, as perfectly serviceable, and it remains so.
How far into it are you?
Not very far, I don't think. I think I'm in like the second area, so I left the tutorial area. I imagine it's going to start feeling pretty repetitive. But I was looking for an open world game that had little puzzles I could solve, and that's what it is. And I like it. I love Greek mythology. I really like the narrator construct. It has Prometheus talking to Zeus, and they make Zeus just a real dick bag and horn dog idiot, and they don't shy away from those elements of Greek mythology, which I think is pretty fun. So yeah, I like it. It's very cartoony in its art style, but it looks good. I have not played Breath of the Wild, but I have seen enough of it that in playing this game, I'm like, oh yeah, this is Breath of the Wild. But...
Yeah, they're mimicking that. That is Ubisoft going, oh, we could do that, right? And we'll just do it Greek mythology style. I didn't finish it, but I do agree that the narration stuff, the Greek gods, that was really fun. That's really fun.
Yeah, it has a good sense of humor.
I think in the biz we call that a cash grab.
Cash grab.
I mean, you're not wrong.
They want it to be a franchise, obviously. It has, a subtitle, even though it's the first game, so that's...
And there's no sequel in development as far as I know.
You can play as a lady girl, which is always important to me, so I enjoy that.
Oh, I thought that's the main... That is the character, right?
Yeah, I thought the main character is a lady, right?
You can be a boy if you want to, but I think it defaults to lady girl. Yep. And that's how I leveled up.
Well, we did it.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's it for this episode of Square Roots. I would like to remind our listeners that we have a Patreon. We just recently released a bonus where we had a very lively discussion about Final Destination Bloodlines. We have tons of other great bonus content. We've got some movie commentaries. We've got some level ups. We've got some other movie discussions. We've got some games and stuff that we play. You can check all that out at patreon.com/SquareRootsPodcast. At the $5 subscription tier, you get access to all the bonus content, plus the ability to vote on games that we play on the show. We have a vote wrapping up right now. I guess as of the release of this episode, it will have wrapped. So check that out. Like I said, patreon.com/SquareRootsPodcast. No matter what tier you decide to subscribe at, we'd like to personally thank some of our patrons on the air each week. I'm going to start us off this week by thanking Angel, Cyril the Wolf, Tom, Ryan Schmidt, Knopford, Vanessa's mom, John Scala, Ward Childress, and Anthony Lerma.
And I would like to thank Andy Smith, Amanda Pierce, Mike, powered by AI, Josh Holt, Nick, Lexivarial. Samu Mitchell is a research facility in which both Velmar and Granis ascended to godhood. David Shook.
I love it when people do that.
Me
Make
too.
their name something that it sounds like we're referring to the person before them. I'd like to thank Brian Hassel, Chad Wilson, Tracy, the Borg Queen, Ross Hartley, Gage Lackerite, Sergeant Spaghetti, Chris Parsons, and David Green.
All right, that's it for this episode of Square Roots. If you'd like to send us an email, we're at squarerootspodcast@gmail.com. Come see us at our Facebook group, the Square Roots Podcast Group for smart, cool, very attractive people, or on Blue Sky at squarerootspod.bsky.social. Don't forget to rate, review, and subscribe on Apple Podcasts, Google, Spotify, Ghana, or wherever you listen to podcasts. Thank you to Stephen Morris for our Square Roots theme. You can find Stephen on YouTube. Links in the show notes. All right, for Square Roots, I'm Jim Banks.
I'm Matthew Van Zant.
I'm Vanessa. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.